What is up, everybody? Welcome in to the VirTue Open. We're going into the semifinals bracket here tonight. We've got 7 days taking on AOE. Seems like a little bit of a handshake grudge match. Both these teams, a lot of experience playing one another. So, you know, should be a pretty entertaining one tonight. The maps, they're looking solid. I'm going to unveil those here in a couple minutes, but first I just want to sit here, chat with you, maybe get some expectations of what each team is thinking. Because I know 7 days you're hoping for a nice, clean sweep. Don't know AOE too well. I haven't really spoken to those guys much. So, tonight should be a pretty decent match. Give me 2 seconds now as I pull up the actual league right now on Wikipedia, so I can give you guys a little bit of statistics here. Winner does move on to Grand Finals. Let's see what we got here. 7 days. Hopefully the roster is going to be looking like Obsessin, Roddy, Reppy, Falcon, and Vixma. AOE should be bringing Boogie, A1, Toji, Panic, and Sedative. I mean, those names do sound pretty impressive. And the winner will go on to face UW. Let's see which team they are, because again, I'm not too, into the PC side. I don't know. But that is the University of Waterloo, I believe, for the Grand Finals. Pretty solid. A whole lot of actual match statistics though, which kind of sucks. Hoping for some more. But should be a pretty good match tonight, guys. Hoping that we get into it pretty soon. Waiting on some people to get in the lobby still. Waiting on myself to get in the lobby still. Now let's cover these maps real quick, just while we're here yapping. So the maps played tonight, we're going to be starting on Clubhouse. Clubhouse has been played a total of 21 times throughout this entire league. So it's probably one of the most picked, I'd say. Yeah, probably it's the third most picked map right now, behind Nighthaven and Chalet. Now, we're not going to see either one of those maps. Those actually got pulled off the board, well, Chalet did pretty early on. Nighthaven was actually almost a decider behind Consulate. So that starter on Clubhouse, with it being, the defensive side, looks like most of the wins for this league come on that defense. With, a ratio of 117 defensive wins to 76 attacker wins. So 7 days starting that defense. I hope that they're able to lock it in, maintain the statistical quota here, and keep themselves up in round count. Next map we got coming up, this is 7 days pick. It will be Skyscraper. Skyscraper, let's see, one of the least played maps behind Lair. Only a total of 6 times, and once was in playoffs. Nobody likes this map, so we're not going to have a lot of statistics, but it's another defender-sided map, which for 7 days here is not that great because they're going to be starting the attack. But it's Skyscraper, man. It's such a toss-up map that it's really hard to even say it's a 50-50 split map because it all depends on really how your team wants to play. That's the glory of all 3 of these maps coming out tonight. There's no real siding to them. Like, take the statistics I gave you, throw that book out the window. You're never going to see it again. Clubhouse, I've seen bounce both ways. It's about your chemistry. If for a fast attack team, like what we see out of, I know this might fly over you guys' head because this is PCI like my console guys, but a fast attack team like the Order, you're able to just blow through this map. If you're a slow attack team like CC, your attacks might give you some difficulty, but your defenses will just hold that much better. Skyscraper, it kind of plays into that same role. If you can clear that map space and take that fast enough to do that last minute collapse, you're going to be in a golden position, a primary spot to just do whatever it takes to push your way through. If you can get yourselves outside of objective with over a minute left, there's a high probability that you walk away with that round. Because there's just not a lot of places to hide in OBJ. Very, very fast matches, very, very good matches usually. Finishing out, we will have Consulate as our decider. Consulate, one map I'm not a fan of casting. Why? Because after the rework, it is just not quite as aesthetically pleasing. It's not a map I like to push on to attack. I'm talking my own personal stuff here, man. It's a hard methodical attack because there's not a lot of points of entry. You're fighting for staircases or you're fighting down hatches. There's no easy walk-ins. Like Clubhouse, there's a whole primary floor, that main first floor. You can take it from anywhere. There's my friend request. Let me get in the match. As I was saying, that first floor, you can take it however you want. That upstairs, there's so many breach points, whether it be out there on the balcony coming through, whether it be on the CC main wall coming through. There's 100 different ways you can tape your map space and manage to survive it. But looking at that basement, though, that basement is a bunker hold. So many defenses have started trying to hold that upstairs because any more bunkering is not the way to play these maps. So, you know, if they're doing away with the bunker holds, it still just becomes a first floor battle. I think we're going to see a lot of off-site pushes, hopefully.
Can you invite the other team? Or?
I don't have them added, I'm sorry, sir.
Okay, no worries.
Okay.
Love you guys. Sorry, that was 7 days guys talking. But as I was saying, there hopefully should be a lot of off-site pushes here. I want to see map control. It's the only way to attack is all map control. What's up, Tav? Nice to see you here. Skyscraper. It's all about you gotta hold the opposite side of the map. Sounds stupid. Yes, I know. Hear me out. If I'm holding that geisha side, you better believe we're setting up office. If you lose control of that top floor, you lose control of the map. Whether you're playing in the bottom floor or the top floor, you have to hold the whole thing. Consulate, you can kind of bunker 2 to 3 guys in sight, especially on the top floor, because there's only a yellow stairs walk up and a service walk up. The rappel inside over in the offices, a bit hard to take. There's no play that can really come from your back, like garage side windows. So Consulate's a very easy defensive map, but at the same time, it's such a toss-up because you've got to have that chemistry and that coordination to continue to keep a good hold going. I know I'm just sitting here yapping out on my mind, guys. That's what I'm here to do. These ads off. See, they speak English. They speak a little bit of English. How you guys doing tonight?
All good, bro. All good.
That's good. What's your expectations? You got them set high? Easy 2-0 victory?
I think it could be easy, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, give me some predictions. What are you thinking map-wise? They speak a little English, so I think they're running it through Google Translate.
Win the 2 in a row, but let's see how it goes.
That's the confidence to have. I love to hear it. Alrighty, I'm gonna get back to my stream, y'all. Good talking to you. That was Obsession from the 7 Days team. He said they're hoping for a nice 2-0 victory, walking it out like there ain't no issues. That's what we're hoping to see here tonight. Both these teams, though, they're playing for finals, guys. They're playing for a... How much was that prize pool? Because they made it in Google Docs. It's a $300 prize pool. That's a decent chunk of money. So, they're going to be playing their hearts out for this. Yeah, Sino, I'll respond to you after, my man. Just jumping in here. Curse, yo, you want an interview? Let's go. Giving you a call, man. Put you on the mic. Oh, and I love the shout out. Thanks for the shout outs, my guys. What's up, Curse? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, boss?
Oh, I'm just terrific. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Give me some ideas.
I'm thinking this is going to be a close game. I'll say 2-1, 7 days. And then we go against Waterloo in the finals, and I say we take that 2-1 also.
Well, finals, wouldn't that be a best of 5?
Finals will be a best of 5. Yes, you are correct.
So,
Oh, crap. That would be a best of 5. I did my math way wrong. We play Waterloo. I feel like our team, after that first game warm up, we'll be hot from there, and I feel like we can get a clean sweep in the finals, honestly.
You're thinking clean sweep through finals. That's the good confidence to have, man. What do you got to say about your team's performance up until this point? I can't pull up the map statistics because I'm not in like any server where that's all posted. But what are you even thinking about that?
Honestly, I feel like we've been playing good. We've been playing some good R6. It's just everybody can't be perfect, so we have some bad games, but we're able to bounce back immediately and adapt, find out what's wrong with the problem, come back next week and we fix it. All around, I feel like this team has been playing good. We finished the season, or the regular season, sorry. We finished the regular season in 5th place, going 4-2, 9-5 on maps. So, it wasn't really. I feel like it was more of a mental thing more than
That's not a bad statistical finish, though. You guys still made the playoffs. You're in semifinals right now, trying to break down the door to grands. Who do you think are some players to watch from both teams? I don't know if you've seen AOE or not.
We do have a new player on our roster. Cher, I think that's the name. Char.
Sarah, yeah.
Sarah? Oh, that's the name? Okay, Sarah. I personally just found out about Sarah. He got added to the roster, so obviously our players trust. They trust him. I can't wait to see what he brings. So, but I feel like today, I just feel our coach is actually playing today. Reppies,
yeah, he is in. The lineup right now for 7 days is Seal, Reppies, Obsessin, Roddy, and Sayer.
So for those who don't know, Reppies used to be on the team, but he decided to step down and coach, which has been working pretty good so far. But I feel like I just feel like Roddy's gone. I feel like Roddy's gone frag out. Roddy always gets himself in those 2v or 1v like 3, 1v4 situations and he clutches. So I feel like Roddy's the one to watch tonight.
Roddy is the player to watch already.
Yes,
now,
sir.
Do you have any messages for AOE? Because I know there's not a beef, but like a soft handshake firm. You guys are my competitors, but I'm gonna demolish you. That goes on between these two teams.
Honestly, I wish them good luck. We took down their ACAD team, so their next job's never finished until AOE is fully out of the scene.
Alrighty. That's some good words to have. We're actually everybody's in lobby right now. We're just waiting for one more person to get back in here so we can get this thing rolling.
Sounds good. I just wanted to say thank you for casting our games. You have been a big helpful hand in the 7 days community, and I do really appreciate you for coming out and casting our games, whether it's console or PC. You have been doing amazing for the org, and I really want to thank you for that.
Hey man, not a problem. Don't worry, production value will go up as soon as I get rid of this trash mic. I hopefully should be getting one pretty soon. Still gotta work out the monetary end of that on my end, but we'll have a new mic. We'll sound even better through it. So we'll see how that comes.
100%. But yeah, thank you for casting. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to the team, give them a motivational speech.
Alrighty, all love, my man. We'll see you later.
See you later.
Let me go hang up the call with him real quick. All right. And I can't interview anyone in AOE right now, guys, because there's a ton of people in here. But we should be getting ready to roll here. Let me just pull back to my screen so you can see my lovely overlays. See my little Sam over there. Both teams are saying they're ready. Oh. It looks like we're going to be getting Clubhouse kicked off here. Oh. Obsessin, they already said they're ready, my man. Hopefully they, Right now they said they're ready. Alright, we're getting this thing underway, baby boy. Look at this map. Let's go over it. And we're back in. That's a lovely overview of the map. A lot of, I mean, probably one of the best maps in my opinion to play. And we're going to see that early ban coming on the Blackbeard. He's such a good space taker that not have, like, having him off that board will help them just so much. In the match chat, what do we got going on? Just fry my vocal cords screaming at Boogie. Following that in, we'll see a good PC ban. I say a good PC ban because it plays so different than console that getting that Maverick off the board helps them just, you know, defend so much more. Again, the Blackbeard, the walking camera, still has the AR in hand. Great bans. The tuber out ban from the attack, though, is what you need to see for Clubhouse, because if they have a tube on board, the hatches are impossible. Like, unless there's like 10 seconds left in the round, you are not getting a hatch. So to see him pulled early is perfect. Last one up is the 7 days defensive ban. You want to ban someone good, but you don't want to hurt yourself. A Mira ban maybe, or a Kaid. There's the Mira. Pretty much cookie cutter bans for at least those two defenders. The attackers, I mean, the Blackbeard ban, you see that everywhere because he's just such a powerful, strong operator. The Maverick is the thing that, like, spoofs my mind. Because I'm still coming into the PC scene. I'm not used to seeing smart bans. You know, I'm used to seeing maybe the Flores go, or the Habana go. But a Maverick, you don't see enough of to warrant banning him. But the PC side, you do. You see him a lot because he's just that strong. I need to stop saying on the PC side because you guys are PC guys. You're used to seeing him. But not me. Breaking out the great casting device known as a controller. Why? Because, oh boy, wow. Okay, let me, I don't remember how to disable these. Nope, I can't disable my, instant input triggers. That's gonna suck. Oh well. Alright, mouse triggers suck for trying to cast because you fly way too fast. And we're probably gonna see a rehost off the bat as Sarah is immediately gone. Unless he's maybe running something banned. But it looks like the defense is still prepping and setting. And Steel will call for a rehost for his team. So chat, I'm horribly sorry.
Attackers must locate the bomb. Attackers drop the diffuser.
Let's return to menu. Sorry chat, things happen. So come on back to me while we take 2 seconds for it. I don't know, maybe he had a PC glitch on his end. Something happened. But I just want to thank all y'all who come out here to watch from the PC community. Because I know I'm not good at casting for y'all. I'm still, you know, learning a lot of the nuances, learning a lot of the lingo, learning just so much from doing this. And y'all have been such a big help to me. You know, trying to teach me and bring me under your wing. Massive shout out to my guy Sino. He's the one right now giving me the confidence to be out here on PC, guys. To me, I'm like, I still want to be that small-time console guy. I'm scared of the big PC leagues, you know. So he's the one helping me get this confidence. I want to come out here. I want to make that upgrade. And huge shout out to 7 days for giving me the opportunities they've been. You know, they contacted me, hey guys, hey guy, we got some PC stuff going on. You want to come and cast it? I'm like, great learning opportunity, right? Next thing I know, we're sitting here in a semifinals for a decent prize pool. Like, not something I'm that used to. Waiting on the invites to hit. Another typical day. Looking at those bands though, and the operators they're playing out immediately from 7 days, it looks like they might have an aggressive roam because they do have, like, they had the Scopos. So I'm expecting an aggressive roam out of them all game. The Maestro though, to lock point down, he becomes a one-man army with those cameras. If you can keep him hidden enough to where he can actually survive himself till late game, he's a great character for that. Alright. Still no invite yet, chat. We're just gonna chill here for a minute. Let me know what y'all are thinking. Let me know what you think of the overlays. Let me know what you think about life. Give me something to hit on and talk about. there's Obsessin. Change my name to _caster. That would be pretty cool. Just saying. Maybe I should. How do I change my UB? Chat, how do you change your UB? Nine years with Ubisoft. Yep, that about sums it up. We're an OG here, chat. We've been in since day one. Maybe it's account management? Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to go. Dude, okay. I got a man named Penguin. He's in the spectators. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
AOE, what's your predictions? Alright, they're a very silent type. They don't like to talk. But it looks like everybody's starting to get back into the lobby. Heck, we almost have a full roster here in the spectators. Should open it back up to 12-man spectators. Let's get like the full watch party going in-game. You guys can watch what's going on your own ends. I like that idea. But nah, we're here, we're chilling. Waiting on the lobby to go. And it's the last 7 days guy that we're waiting on. I believe that is Said, the new guy that they have. Said? Oh man, I keep cracking my neck. And, or no, Sarah, sorry, not Said. Sarah's now in. And we are kicking it off, chat. I'm not going to give you guys that whole other scene. Let's just jump into the game. Y'all deserve to see the overlays, deserve to see the logos, deserve to see the meat and bones of let's get this thing rolling. The same bands according to Obsessin, of course, we have to. That's the integrity part of it. Blackbeard, Maverick. You don't even have to act surprised now. We know what's coming. Oh my god, guys, who are they gonna ban? Guys, who's the ban? Who's gonna be banned? I think it might be Maverick. He'd be a really good ban for this because he gets the walls better than anyone else. And if you think about it, Maverick is probably the best hard breacher for this map. Yes, I know you're gonna argue, but Ace exists. Okay, but Maverick can cut the bottom of the wall open and give you an easy access in to destroy any charges. And then your hard breacher can come in. Or if a smart Maverick is playing, you can Maverick trick that whole wall and turn it soft and just make it a free one for your team. Oh my god, guys, they banned Mira. She's such a good ban. Yeah, we know. They already did that. Mira is arguably the strongest defender, not just for this map, but for the whole game. Being able to have one-way intel and utility onto people is just absolutely insane. Looks like the exact same defender lineup we got coming. But the attacker lineup, I couldn't see it. I didn't look at it because we really weren't in game long enough. But they do have that Dokkaebi coming, which they brought that last time, as well as a Deimos with them. A Dokkaebi, Deimos, anti-roam? Oh god. I might have to change controllers. Yeah. Pull you. Pull you in. There we go. See how I can get that nice soft squeeze to rotate through? We look upstairs, we're gonna see the scope host setting up his drones and cameras. Oh boy, ooh, the left stick is broke. Holy balls, the left stick is broke.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Maybe this one is not the casting device either. Ooh.
Attacker's objective is to locate.
Alright, yep, nope, back to PC casting. I can't control this thing. Obsessive setting his drone off sight, but not choosing to play it. Looks like Sarah might actually be trying to play this main upstairs, like trying to hold this hallway and this bar down. We can definitely tell Roddy is holding above these main stairs. And that's a really odd hold, but I absolutely love it. Obsession, pull him back to that drone now. He's going to be that main point of contact upstairs, getting aggressive. I'm sorry, is that moto hatch open with bar being held? Please, Sarah, for the love of God, shoot that stupid jukebox. Let's look over, see what AOE's planning. It looks like we got Taj and Willie going to be trying to open up this small wall. Panic's already in kind of that bathroom hallway T connector back to strip. And if Sarah walks back to his last crouch spot where he was hiding near the stairs, he's going to get his head ripped off. Phone call incoming. Panic now knows he's got one on him. And here comes this kind of quick execute. Boogie blown apart one of those zombies. But no space being pulled yet. PC team looking rather slow and, you know, just trying to captivate this outside of this map. They need to go pull some interior control though. A lot of intel operators on the board for them, so it's not like they can be running in blind. They have the intel, they know where they're at. They just have got to do something to clear it. Panic eating some damage there off Roddy as he goes for that ballsy swing. Panic now has a decent position. And we see Sarah, who's going to be that last guy holding up top. Roddy dropping downstairs. He needs to move back up now to support his boy Sarah. He has to be that connecting linchpin for him. And if we look, we see a heart attack coming through. And they're going to be doing everything they can. And Willie finds that first pick onto Sarah. Opening it up for his boys there. Good one with that revolver. Phone call coming in. Obsessin trying to get back to his drone. I think Taj might be able to fry it. However, if Obsessin can get back there and do it kind of quietly, this will be a very easy pick there. And it looks like he's not even concerned. After he checked the cameras, he didn't see nothing. He's not even worrying. We got Panic moving down these main stairs. And there's really no one like hard covering it. I mean, Silk does have a good angle there. We'll get the impact trick off on the hatch to keep him closed for his boys. But he doesn't have any more in pocket, and that hatch will come open for the kitchen. Camera's now being pulled from Sarah's body. And Willie moved himself down these blue stairs. We got Panic aggressing the main stairway. We might see these defenders get pinched in here. And Willie finds one pick, two picks. Goes for this third one here. Swings it, but he is taken down. We got Roddy pulling the double kill, taken by Panic. Panic moving in, Silk getting some damage. Panic pulling a double kill and walking out that round. And a lot of that round had to do with this quick play here from, I believe that was Willie diving down in with that AK, letting it sing, pulling the 2 kills out for his boys. He doesn't pick this third kill, but it was enough to pull that attention off the guy dropping hatch or rushing up the main hallway. One round going into AOE's favor. Sorry if the replay seems a little chopped. It is a little choppy. That's just part of the capture equipment that I do have. Again, I'm a budget guy. I don't want a very big one. I was given a pack of crackers and told to make something awesome, and I think I did just that. This time they're rocking with a Kaid to try and slow down this wall take. And it might just work. However, I believe they will have some impact EMPs coming on this attacker side. And they are also bringing double hard breacher setup. So we're going to see a nice full extension coming over the other side of the map. Which, I mean, to be fair, is about the only way to hold it.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh man, where is the Advil when you need it?
Attackers are
This stream is not brought to you by Advil. I just have a pounding headache. Let's over to the CC room. Because we got Obsessin already being pushed out of his spot. Trying to take a swing down here onto these main stairs. Or onto these garage stairs, sorry. He's got one coming in his main door. Finds a good pick onto him though. Gets rid of that drone. Then has the time to rotate himself down in the basement. So we're going to flip over here to Roddy and Silk because they're going to be these next 2 points of contact. Silk getting ready for the swing on the main wall. Main wall, or CC wall comes open. There's still a guy playing out on his garage. Panic is the main guy taking space for his team right now. Putting his body in there and watching for a kind of rear shot coming from this downstairs. However, Obsessin did rotate off. He's nowhere near it. Silk eats a ton of damage there from Panic, but does manage to get away at least. And now they come up to another challenge of trying to push through this con. You know, the cash into con. Construction right here is probably one of the hardest things to play around. Obsessin slowly making his rotate back. He wants to be the guy to make this play. 1 HP in a dream though, and he has to pray that Roddy and Reppies can hold it down. Sarah's up there as well, but he's not going to be a first point of contact. Panic rotating up with his boys. Him and Willie going to be trying to take space through cash. They do have that construction wall open now for the rotates. And who do we have playing near this Logi? That's going to be Roddy trying to cover his own hatch. He really can't easy swing this. They do have a C4 pre-place though for any kind of drop down, so he's praying for them to drop it. And Obsession will be taken down by Boogie with a good shot. He's just kind of playing out on those highway windows. We got Panic playing him as well. Panic loses his life to Sarah though. Sarah with a great swing there. Another live ping for Sarah. Willie taken down by Reppies. And we're going to see Sarah kind of being pinned in here. With the flashbang coming, Sarah goes for a swing. Does not find it. Boogie still stands. Willie has not a lot of HP, so he's got to be smart with this. However, he's taken down by Roddy after Boogie picks Sarah. Roddy with a double kill, though, finding Boogie. Now it's just a 1 left in a 1v2 situation. He is the Heart Breacher. He's only got 1 flash left in his pocket. He's going to throw that thing and try and play these windows. I think he was trying to fake the jump in on the gym. Didn't really work out for him as he rotates himself over to Con. They now know he's there, and they're setting up a nice little double angle. Roddy with a triple kill, taking him down, giving this round to his boys on 7 days. Roddy just being excellent with that little 9mm SMG that he's got. I don't even remember the name. It's the Russian one. And it is probably one of my favorite guns to use. Why? There's no kick to it, and it just screams headshot. Ooh, there's an ant.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Alright, another basement hold coming. If Roddy pulls another hat trick out like that, he's going to definitely lock this roster in for the rest of the night. Just a stellar play from him. Everyone else is still trying to do their part. They're not picking up a whole lot of kills, but you got to have Roddy and Willie just, you know, they're going to be the 2 Clash of the Titans, at least off these first 2 rounds. Hopefully Obsession is able to make a go of this roam this time with that drone. I mean, he almost did it that last round, or that first round. I still think he pulled back to that drone in time. And they do have live pings on him. Hopefully Roddy's going to be holding upstairs too. If these 2 can lock down this second floor together, it's going to make a very, very hard push down there. Alright, I'm hoping to see Roddy go down and hold this main stairs the way he did last time. Because it is such an interesting setup. I've never seen it. And if we look, we'll see Obsession trying to hold that second floor con. A lot of drone work from these attackers. Toji, given the nice live pings there, trying to at least call them out. And Obsession is first pick there by Willie's. He goes for that rotate off. Tough one to see. A1 gets a lot of damage taken to him. And it looks like Goyo took a shot there from Boogie, but it just didn't reg. Roddy rotating upstairs because he wants to try and hold the second floor. Again, it's all about verticality control on this map. If you can't hold it, you lose it. Phone calls coming out. Not a lot of play being made off them. Willie, again, these PC live drones are just so terrifying because you see him use so much. And Willie pulls that same angle he did round 1 that he took Sarah down from. So Sarah's got to be comfortable, but he hits the rotate off before Willie can even land a round. And the full defense is now rotated back into sight. Putting the ball in the attacker's court now for them to try and make any sort of plays that they need to do. Nick might be the guy to try and make a good play here, coming through dirt. And when did Silk rotate up? He's top of the garage now. With a smart rotate by him, you gotta have some sort of backstab pressure here. Keep these attackers on their toes. And if he plays this right, he'll be golden. However, with them having the 2 anti-roams, you know, of Willie here on Deimos and the Dokkaebi played by Boogie, any sort of rotate down by Seal will hurt him. But he finds a nice angle down on the Toji, and now he's coming down these central stairs. Nobody on this attacking team really ready for him except A1. A1's gonna be trying to hold that flank down, but you know, if he holds this flank too hard, and he drops himself straight into Reppy's, Roddy would finish that kill. Reppy's taken down by Panic walking in. Sarah finds one with a shotgun. Boogie finds Sarah. Now it's Panic and Boogie in a 2v2. However, Roddy is the last one on site. We have Silk actually going to be playing that hatch against them. But he eats so much damage from that Dokkaebi DMR. With 15 seconds left, these defenders have got to try and make a play to get closer into sight and pull together. And the Moto drop hatch right there. Roddy eating a lot of damage in there. He's being double swung by these guys here. Panic will pick up the kill and trying to plant the fuser. No time really left. Finds one. He can run at the guy with a pistol. Finds another. Silk with what, like a 3K? That round? Cleaning it up for his team. Just stellar plays. With no time left, that 6th man on the defense absolutely came in there. You know, you can't beat Father Time. And I mean, the attackers tried. With no time left, they're getting that diffuser down. Round 4 underway.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Oh, man, I got such a problem in headache right now.
Secure the wall.
Finally, for the first time all game, we're actually going to be seeing the CC hold. I know, kind of rare. We're in the 4th round and we're just not seeing it. Usually this is a comfort pick hold for most of these teams. Looking down, we're going to have Sarah setting up the SSG hold here. Which anymore, you can't even call it the SSG hold because it's just default. It's what everybody and their brother goes for.
Objective is to defuse the bomb.
Already some quick plays being made. I believe that was some impacts or something. Just banging around. Well, you're gonna be trying to open up this bottom garage here, because you have to open that bottom garage to clear out the SSG hold. You've got to clear the SSG just so you can take some map control. They want eating some damage there. They have the Kaid, who might be trying to Kaid check. Obsessive will find that kill into Willie. Then Reppy's whips the C4, but does not find anyone with it. Pretty standard garage hold up here from Obsessin. And if you look over here to, what is that, the stairs? We have Boogie who's starting to walk in stock room. Looks like he's setting up. He wants to maybe swing Sarah. He needs some help though, because Sarah's in a great spot. Roddy finding that kill on the Boogie. That's that verticality play that we were talking about. I believe that was from the hatch. Roddy is just floating this map. He's pushed himself where he's needed when he's needed. Another one setting up the clone and swing Sarah. Swear will be taken down by Panic. And Panic does not put himself in a position for Roddy to find him. However, Roddy can now control that door. So Stockroom is still off limits because of Roddy. You know, sure, you lose a life, you lose a pick, you're down a body now. You're still up a pick though. And doing solid. Did Panic just down himself? I believe Panic just downed himself. Bro, I just jump off. Bro said netcode. The drone's now coming in. They gotta make some sort of aggressive plays. They swap their push over to now try and take this bedroom side. And don't get me wrong, the bedroom side of the map now, with how well they have everything else locked down, is absolutely the play they need. Pawn wall, coming open. And A1 hits another one of those charges. Playing close though, Roddy holds that wall. Holds it right through the explosion. 15 seconds left. Not a lot of time for anything. Toji walks up east stairs, finds a pick on the seal. Roddy finds one on the panic. Roddy up to that triple. He wants to hit this 4K. And he will find it there on the Toji. I mean, look at just the wonderful way to hold this. Up to a 4K in one round. Roddy has been the prime example of a good fragger for his team. Hitting diff clearly, I mistimed it. AOE pulling their first tack time out of the round. So we're going to go over some stats here. We have Willie just absolutely ripping it on the entry frags. Obsessin though, hitting them blow for blow. Both 2 and 1 for entries. Roddy and Silk, the current highest survivability, they've been alive almost every round at 60%. And Sarah sadly has died every single round. I mean, not a bad stat line, but still, just not what you need from your team at this moment. I mean, I get how it's saying 0, you know. He's not surviving. KD right now, we got Roddy just pulling it out of the bag at 9 and 2. A1, he's got to pick it up for his team. You know, currently 0 and 4. We got Toj, who's 1 and 4. These guys have got to pick it up. This is semifinals. Now is not the time to slouch. Looking down, we got Sarah at 2 and 4. We got Obsessin at 2 and 3, and Reppy's at 1 and 3. Obsessin, you know, that's still a good stat line. Sarah, Reppy's not bad stat lines. You definitely have got to pick it up, though. Take some of that pressure off Roddy.
Need to locate and defuse bombs.
But we're back into the match now, chat. And it looks like we're going to see that bedroom hold this time coming. My mouse is... But yeah, the bedroom hold coming. Looks like extension coming over through Cash into CC. And hopefully we see maybe a guy off-site. I'd like to see a roam. I always like roaming. Why? Because roaming means gunfights. Gunfights mean a good cause. The more gunfights we see, the less I gotta sit here and actually think to do color commentary. I can just hit him with the yo, he's a gunner chat. And everybody understands what I'm doing.
Keep up position.
Heading out to defuse a bomb.
I was gonna say that. What did I say? Silk off site, and he's running back. God, can I get a hard room, guys? Can I get someone chilling in basement? Can I see some good early pick action? Actually, I think we're gonna see that from this attacking side. Willie sneaking his way through strip. We got Panic coming in through the garage door. Hopefully these guys are able to like sneak their way through enough to get some of these kills. Let's pay attention to Willie though, because he is, you know, kind of aggressive. Wait, Panic is already top floor garage. I guess he's gonna be the quick player here, their main space taker. His first gunfight will probably either be Obsessin or Seal. Looking at Obsessin, though, he's got that good hold. And main wall does now come open. Breaching charge set by Panic, a little bit off time with one another, but they're still gonna rip them open just as fast. Obsessin is taken down by A1 with a nice pick for himself. Bring himself up into this game finally. He is a hard breacher. He is playing the hard support. Boogie finding Seal. The attack timeout definitely worked. Boogie playing that nice convicted angle that as I like to call it. My buddy Colin always played over there. That's I call it convicted angle. But Roddy wanted to hit this swing down here onto Willie. You know, Willie knows he's there. He can see his laser sight. If I'm Roddy, I'm taking that laser sight off after this match. I don't know, maybe PC's a little different, but I mean, Willie's staring right at it. He knows Roddy's there. Roddy now making a smart play, trying to hide it. A Boogie taken down. I think he fell off the map. Reppy's eating a lot of damage as he goes for a swing, but not a kill. Well, there's Panic, who was the one who was trying to swing him. You know why I got such a bad headache, chat? This knock is not the play. Listen, knock might not be the play, but he does lose his life to Roddy, who's up to 10 and 2. Chat, that went exactly the opposite of how I thought that swing was gonna go. But I realized what the headache is from. There is no bottom floor extension. Dude, there needs to be a bottom floor extension. There needs to be a hard roam. Tricks. I love hard roams. I love roamers. Roamers mean more gunfights. More gunfights means more better stream. Panic, gonna be the hard Russian coming through Logi office. They do have Sarah playing over in the secret stash. Roddy there to help them. Sarah and Roddy pick a double kill together. We have A1 now rotating through Logi. Sarah doesn't get the swing. Roddy hits the triple. And Sarah swings out on the boogie, picking one up. Roddy just absolutely locking down Sarah's back right there. What a good teammate that he was. Holding his behind as good as he did. And that gives another round up to 7 days. It's looking like they could hit a 5-1 split here on defense. Which, I mean, if that's the case, that almost seals the fate for map 1. Anything over a 3-3 on Clubhouse to me is considered a defensive win. Because it's too even of a split, you know. Now, every map, yeah, if you win the 3-3 battle, you win the half. But there are some maps like Cafe where you could say if you don't hit the 4-2 on defense, you're losing it because it's a defender map. Clubhouse is a 50-50 map to me because it's all based off of chemistry. It's based off of your skill, based off of your team. And, I mean, 7 days is absolutely showing they've got that teamwork with just the way that they rotate and play off of one another. Don't get me wrong, AOE has been doing that. They just haven't been winning the gunfights quite as much as 7 days has been. Oh man, that Bush Apple is coming back when they mentioned shit. I'm never drinking another one of those again. I only had one, but I think I'm allergic to it. That explains the headache. So they're playing this nice castle extension. Again, Roddy's setting up his same spot. They brought this same exact extension every time. Except if you look here and you see Silk. Silk is actually out of position from where we usually see him at. He's gonna go to garage, which just could be a legendary play for him, except he does get thrown out. Ooh, little whiff on those drones. If you look, Obsession's upstairs. They're playing a lot more aggressive off-site this time, having the 2 shoddy DMRs playing downstairs. What kind of push do we got coming? We got Boogie with a slug shoddy. The Bosch Jiekog. They're droning out everything up top. I mean, great, you know, play from them. Good execution. And with this Ying on board, I'm hoping to see Toji, you know, abuse it. Willie gets a nice first pick there on the Sarah. I believe that's off a vertical spot. And that kind of clears that bar out just a little bit because it now forces everybody else to rotate down here. And Obsession hitting that one single bull up on a Willie's head. I mean, good angle from him. You got Silk trying to sneak himself up these garage stairs. He's gonna have Toji being the one playing close. I don't think if Toji knows he's there or not. They don't reinforce dirt, which is a bit odd to me. At the same time, I guess it doesn't matter all that much. And the attackers now using this last couple seconds to rotate themselves to a spot. However, Silk is there to slam down A1. Then he runs himself upstairs because you know what? You can't take sight if you know there's a good roamer. Obsession, I hate that how Scopos gets those calls. Yeah, they really have no good shot at these hatches. They just have to pray Toji can maybe land those breaching charges. No, now they lost the main hard breacher. C4 up, lays some damage, but not enough to stop the hatch. And maybe we're gonna see these flashbangs hit quicker than I thought. Seal whiffs that impact to try and make himself a vertical play. Look at Obsession though. He's making his way over. And Toji with a quick drop in takes some damage. Boogie will get the refrag onto Reppies. He's gonna go for plant. Panic gonna be holding from above. And Silk finds Panic, so now it's just Boogie is the last alive here. Obsession clears that kill up, giving us a 5-1 split for map 1. I mean, 7 days looking very, very scary in these opening rounds. Coming out of the half with Roddy just absolutely slaying it out. A one-man army at 12-2. I think without him, these rounds play a little bit different. But nothing can slow him down right now. We're going to be definitely spectating him a little bit more. Because if he's laying down that type of kills, we can get some good clips off him. We're going to see some good gunfights. We're going to see some good angles. We're hoping that he can give us a good epitome of how to play his role.
Defenders, protect your
And right now, it
bombs.
looks like he's going to be putting
By
himself in that
attackers.
flex position playing that nomad. Let's look at this defense, though. Hopefully we see a good roam. I mean, they don't have a very roamer lineup, though. Maybe A1 can pull himself off site, but I think he's going to end up staying back to bandit trick. A CC cash side hold coming. Definitely going to be probably Toji, Willie, and Panic all playing that. Because it is such a good spot to try and hold.
5 seconds left. Attackers are moving out of the located.
Position secured.
Our first look at this, 7 days attack. Wow, A1 just got ripped from that window. As I was saying, the first look at this 7 days attack, they're bringing the double hard breach as well as the Thatcher. They just said F your walls, basically. They're going to take all of them. They have that soft breach utility on Obsession too with that little shotgun. All highway windows coming open from Reppies. I mean, it's a good play from them. I never really thought about you could use the Habana for that. These are pellets. They're useful for it. He gets everything open.
Attackers have located a bomb.
See what this defense has in store. It looks like Willie's gonna be that guy holding the east stairs, the red stairs, whatever you want to call them. The Panic gonna be on CCTV. And that is the CC wall open. Who's out here on this rappel? Roddy is. That's our man right now. The man has been just so aggressive, so good at pushing through here. Hitting the flashbang coming through, making sure, you know, they're not Midas that can steal his utility. And here he comes. Double flash coming down Logi, and we're gonna see a pod drop there from Reppies. However, Toji, you know, there's no point. A1 finds a kill into Obsession. Already 7 days down, two lives. Toji, I mean, there's no point in trying to flashbang that man. You know what I'm saying? Seal finding a nice little angle there. Eating a lot of damage from Panic. Tries to hit the re-swing on him. However, Panic sets himself up a little bit too good for that. Sarah is able to find Boogie. And in jumps Silk, just getting super aggressive. Finds Willie, does get downed. But put his team into a good 2v3 position because Roddy is still up. Again, the one-man walking army that he is. Looks like Sarah might be the one to try and drop this hatch. I mean, Panic's in a good position to help him. Toji's in a good position to help him. However, Roddy's going to go down on main stairs to try and eat some of this attention. And Sarah tries to take Logi. Finds damage on the one, taken down by Panic, though. And now it's Roddy in a 1v3. Buddy has got to absolutely clutch up to win this one. This is where that kind of X factor will come into play if he has it. And he, so far, looks like he does. He takes one guy down. 13 seconds left, though. You know, there's a fourth player on this defense. Pulls the pistol because he got to hit the TikTok flip while you're at it. Plays off these live pings. Doesn't know quite where A1 is. Finds that pick, but Panic is still alive. A1 taken down, man. If he had another like 5-10 seconds on that map, Roddy could have maybe swung him. KD player. I mean, call him a KD player. He won the round for his team in a very, very clutch scenario. You know, walking away, just winning it off time, kind of where it matters to me.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Basement defense coming this time. Looks like they may try to bunker it down just a little bit with Boogie on the road. Why my mic just did that.
insertion. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Willie pulling the extension out that they've seen from 7 days. However, they don't have the, what's her name? To help cover them. They don't have the Azami. So without the Azami there, you know, they give up a lot of that hallway control that is needed to help hold this bar. However, Willie actually, they set up just a little bit different because they hold it up to be aggressive on the storage. Actually, very aggressive setup with it. And for Willie to be all by his lonesome there, I don't know how much I trust and feel for this defense. They have Boogie on the roam upstairs, Panic on the roam upstairs. I mean, they can't collapse down to help Willie, but he's just still by himself. Seal playing as the Sense has me very confused. I'm not used to seeing a Sense like ever.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
I'm not used to seeing smart
Attackers
play,
recovered
like
the
extremely
diffuser.
smart players either, but. They now have the live pings on this castle, almost a wall bang hitting them. They gotta do something to pinch him out without exposing themselves to this verticality. 'Cause, I mean, they've already burned over a minute off this roam. A minute off this roam is not bad. Look down here, let's see what Silk is doing though. Looks like he's slowly making his way in and through here. If they get the live pings onto this guy who's just chilling in Arsenal, which is Toji, oh man, could have been close to a free wallbang. With him not being completely smoked out of sight, only a minute left, Willie taken down by Obsessin. He dropped Hatch down there, you know, get himself on a bar. Obsessin though was downstairs waiting. And Obsessin rotating in quick, finds another kill, taking Toj down. Sarah's able to pick Boogie. And who is that we got coming for the swing? That's just Mr. Panic. Panic though finds a double kill, taking Seal. Gets ripped from this hatch though. He has one walking down his main stairs, a 2v3 situation. A1 is holding those stairways. Oh man, a red dot on the shoddy actually kind of goes hard. However, Roddy has his own live ping. Sarah's trying to find an angle to floor bang down. And we might see Reppies get aggressive and drop this hatch. And it looks like he will. A1 was not in a position though, gets dropped on by Sarah. We did see Reppies get picked up by Panic. Now it's a 2v1 situation for Panic. Sarah getting the plant down. Roddy is holding that long angle on him. Has to call out, hey man, they're pushing you. Sarah gets pushed up on, gets the plant, and ends up hitting the headshot. Holding this up to a 6-2 match point for 7 days. As Sarah is absolutely locking it in. I mean, I was told he's kind of the new kid on the block for this team, and he has absolutely proven why they picked him. What's up, Brax? I love you, my man. Gonna be ordering that new mic in probably like 4 weeks.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Remember, chat, good prize pool up for grabs here. So, this being semifinals, we're definitely not wanting to see a low-scoring map like this. We want to see OT. I mean, personally, right now, I don't, because my head is, like, pounding. I'm ready for bed. Like, after this, I don't even know if I'm going to play Halo. I'm supposed to. Brax, I might play Halo with you. I don't know. I might just go to bed. It's one of those ones, no matter how much I try to crack my neck and move my neck around, it just feels stiff and pain. A good basement hold coming. They're not going to bring the castle for that upstairs hold like they did last time. Which is honestly kind of saddening me, because that castle hold upstairs worked so well the last couple tries. However, look at Reppies. He's got on the blitz. Maybe we're going to see a super aggressive attack coming. I don't know. But still, making a weird play here with this grenade. And it doesn't quite work out the way he wants it to. But I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to land the grenade in there. And we're going to see a dirt rush, I think. They're pushing down on. Taj is there by himself. He has that little full hole angle. thing is so annoying to play against. And the zombies are coming in now to try and slow the push down. It really doesn't matter that much. Willie will be found by Obsessin though. Just letting that Vector sing from loose stairs. Losing that backstab this early on has gotta suck. Sarah taken down by Willie again. That amazing Vector coming into play. And the Blitz just down there through the tunnel staring menacingly. The rest of the attack should be moving off, but instead it looks like Silk will actually be moving up to try and play off this Blitz shield. Now all eyes are on the Blitz. Panic's sitting there with the C4 ripped and ready. Taj finding Reppies. I mean, Reppies got kind of aggressive with that shot. I don't know what he was thinking there. And look at Silk here, man. Lands a grenade out, eats a C4 though, does pick a kill. It's not Roddy, he's left in a 1v, and then gets taken down by Willie, who nailed a beautiful like 3-piece there to keep his team in this game. Oh man. Sorry guys, I'm not quite as full of life and energy like I normally am. I'm not putting on quite the show that I normally am. I am just like pounding headache. I was trying to bring Sinnoh in to help him deal up with me. Just so he could maintain some of this energy that I can't. I'm trying to give her my 100% though. I'm giving her the best I can. Sarah is way better out of me. I can't do it right now. But until I'm laid up in a stretcher, I'm gonna be here casting. Speaking of the stretcher, my man Mr. Stretch, they just played against Void in the SSL. It's an Org Cup match. And I believe it's Blackhole's first win of the Org Cup. Which, I mean, is great on them. It sucks to see my boys on Void lose. You know, those are points that we desperately needed to keep our team in, our Org up on that, but still a great matchup nonetheless. Silk almost finding Boogie through that window. But the mouse and keyboard movement is just something I'm never gonna get used to. How crisp, clean, and fast it is. Like, everything has a purpose. It's not like controller kids who just swing rollers around because they can. Their movements matter. What they're doing matters. Willie kind of being forced back up these red stairs. He was trying to hold that bottom lobby. But we hear some walls coming open.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Reppies is probably looking at this going, hey guys, this push is gonna suck. Still going in, clearing out a lot of this utility. Hopefully gonna come over and maybe try and clear some good stuff out. But Obsessin is taken down by Panic. Panic does get dropped by Reppies. And where's Roddy at? He's coming up through this garage. I mean, Roddy's is just our boy right now at 14-3. Playing, you know, definitely one of the most aggressive running up through here. Pause after round ends, please.
See you on the other side.
And the play down through the hatch from Boogie, great spot for him. Taji, look at him over there in Secret Stash. Roddy coming through the CC. Pulls being made pretty much everywhere. I mean, this is the type of plays we like. This is what we need to see. Up to 5 viewers. How we doing, chat? I love you all. And Reppy's gonna be dropping these flashes down through this hatch. I think he's smart enough not to peek that. They do have a Warden chilling down in there, as well as Willie chilling down in there. So it's a hard play to master. C4 coming out. Won't even hurt Sarah, but instead almost kills A1. Silk finding Toji as Toji gets that or the kill on the Sarah. Good read from Silk. But they kind of lose that guy playing in sight. We do see a Reppy drop into bedroom. Finds that kill onto Willie. He's going to be moving up. Finds that kill onto A1. Reppy with a good double pick. And now it's just Boogie, the 1-man versus 3. Trying to play below. He knows there's one on the top of his stairs as he swings him. Almost taken down by Reppies, and Reppies will find that kill there. Let's look at the replay, see if it caught it. Yes, it will. One singular pick there. Good one coming up those top of the stairs, then swinging it with that SMG. Buddy just let it eat that round and did amazing. Good match coming. Let's go into map 2 here. And there's no reason to pause after round ends because we got Roddy at 14-3. I'm tired and ready to go grind Rivals. You might as well go play Rivals, bro. I'm probably gonna go to bed after this. And let's give Right their first ping. Look at that. Ain't it adorable? Prep it in for map 2, which will be Skyscraper. Hopefully they update it. You know, they show us that we're gonna be playing Sky. We seem to have a little bit of a long pause going on. Not sure what it's about. What's up, Trix? I don't know what the pause is about. Hopefully the teams can keep me up to date. Yeah, and Boogie from AOE just dipped. I mean, that kind of sucks. We waiting to get, you know, they subbing him out maybe? I mean, I don't want to see that happen, man. Boogie was playing pretty decent. I mean, both these teams were. With Roddy just putting on a stellar showcase, but both teams did really well. Did I get any Discord DMs? No? No? Maybe? Can't send you that. Can you? You're gonna have to pull it from stream. They're wanting the map screenshot outright. First map in the books, though. Going in the favor of 7 days. I mean, so far, 7 days have lived up to their prediction. And I know, guys, I'm sorry I'm being quiet right now. Like I said, I'm just trying to save my voice a little bit. Trying to survive this headache. So between rounds, between maps, I'm not going to be a massive gap machine like usual. My head just hurts way too much for that. For the follow at Mexi. Happy to have you here. Again, sorry to say, you're not getting the best of me right now. I'm just laying here with a headache, praying that we start this next map. I have a break going right now anyway, so that's a good thing. Let me open up Twitch. Holy crap. Look at my boys. Guida. Guida is playing through some Ruler Friday right now. I believe Jeff Sicko is as well. Bro, they're doing great. Jeff's up to 63 viewers. My boy Guida's up to 48. I love seeing my boys succeed. Why not? He's up. He's playing Splitgate 2 right now. One of the HCS guys. Love, you know. Thanks, Brax, for shouting him out because I've been liking watching his stuff. He's sitting there at some 6 viewers, which I mean is still pretty good. Because he's a caster, you know, he's a community guy, and he's able to sit there with viewers while playing something that isn't the game he cast. Trying to keep a like good following while being a caster is really just almost impossible. What's taking so long? I'm getting like a PC check or something. Like, guys, can someone like inform the caster what's going on? Already had 7 minutes. Sorry, chat, for being bland and useless. I really love how this tournament is set up. They're running it through Liquipedia, so it tracks like all the maps, all the side wins, the band operators. Like, there's so much being tracked with it, and so much like utility wise there, that to see that their invitation, like I guess the overlay for the league that they send, or yeah, the league tournament, whatever you want to call it, that they send out was made in MS Paint by like a 5-year-old makes me chuckle. But it's W advertising because it definitely catches your eye. I love the use of reds and greens. While I'm sitting here waiting, I'll just give a special shout out. Thanks, 7 days for everything y'all been doing for me, helping me get into this PC scene. Everything we've been, working on behind the scenes now. The 7 days series tournaments that we got coming up. Really hyped for that. Get some more PC casting under the belt. And then maybe some more side projects that I'm working on behind the scenes with y'all. Just really grateful for all the backing and following that you guys have like helped bring to me, and everything we've been working on together. It's really been amazing. To actually have that amount of backing for casters, like even especially with Sinnoh too. Like, the amount of backing that we've been getting from from all y'all, it means a lot to us as casters. I can't really fully speak for him, but speaking for myself, you know, it means a lot to me. Hmm. Oh, hey, the Liquipedia Discord. That kind of hurt. That sneeze was not nice. Bruce does not know what's happening either. We've been here for 11 minutes. The server I was trying to join, I was trying to join the this one. Oh, link is invalid or expired. Nice. Let's go to Twitter then. Follow the VirTue Esports Twitter. Don't know who made the graphics, but they need a raise. Absolutely. Thanks, Brax. I see you in the chat. Always love you. See if this link works to their Discord. There it is. In the VirTue Esports Discord now. Let's see. No one's talking in there. That's cool. I don't know how these teams communicate with one another. Oh, there's the virtual open league. There we go. I'm gonna leave the VirTue Esports server now. I have no reason to be there. I just want the league server. I don't know idea what's going on. Can't see match chats. To the four of you who are still watching, thank you for being loyal. It means a lot. I just checked the other caster, and he's also paused. I don't know, maybe they took like a 15-minute timeout or something? Oh, they're investigating on cheating? You guys might be able to hear my fan, I'm sorry. I just got the stream pulled up, that's why. So we're gonna play B a little while, chat. I might just set this to the AFK screen, and I'll let you know whenever we're back. It's probably gonna be a little while. So till then, yeah, just enjoy the show. Yeah, I'll leave the screens up. Alright, we're finally back into it. So, after, some things have happened, it appears that they were accusing one of the 7 Days guys of stream sniping it. The player has since been subbed out, and the last map will be forfeited over to AOE. Meaning, for your 7-0 or your 2-0 predictions for 7 Days, it's already flipped the other way. We'll be starting up here on a skyscraper fairly soon. As soon as AOE get their last guy in the map, so we can get things rolling. Thanks Code Red, and thanks Hyper for the follows. Thanks IMAX for the follow. Sorry guys, the chat's been, or the stream's been down a little bit, just kind of in the BRB while we waited for all this to get figured out. We'll be getting rolling here as soon as we get everyone in. Pretty good map 1. I mean, very, very one-sided towards the 7 Days team. We'll see if Skyscraper plays out that same way. But have a sky set up? Seriously? Did I not import Skyscraper? Frank, Laird, Cafe, NHL. He never made Sky, didn't he? That's the one I was missing. Oh, Chad, I'm so sorry. You guys aren't going to get to experience another great run-through made by my man, Cardi. He's the one who runs all of those. And we don't have it right now. Oh, that hurts, right? Yep, Skyscraper is what's missing. Man, I was hoping we were going to get another nice map run through. Something just to kind of show it off a little bit. What's up, Brax? You still in chat? How you doing, my man? Love seeing you here. Love having you around. Hopefully we get someone interested more to chat a little bit. Should check goals, see if goals is on. Let's see if I can get one of my chat mods in here. Like the boys over on AOE are now ready. 7 Days are ready. The other casters are ready. Big shout out to them. I'm looking at their stream right now. Looking, wow, pretty fire on it. And we're just gonna dive straight in here to the Skyscraper. Ooh, I gotta go adjust the map scores just a little bit, guys. Like I said, to reflect the most recent updates after the protest. There we go. Overlay is set in stone now. The map is locked in for AOE. I mean, I see the Monty ban almost immediately. A Blackbeard band to follow it. That's again, it's a good band for this map. The shields are gonna be so fast to play across that you gotta keep the gunny up. So with them two being immediately picked off the board is a great thing. That Blackbeard, he's so aggressive, he's so good to try and push through and clear this utility. That Mira band too, for 7 Days attack to get rid of that is gonna be massive because keeping him off the board is just detrimental to this, you know? You have to keep him going. If she's up, that means that it is so easy to try and hold. Flash band coming in now will be the Bandit band, and this is a bit of an odd one. Really don't see that very often, if ever. Not when there's operators such as Kaid on the board, who's just a better bandit. Let's see what all's going on in 7 days, chat. Curse is praying for me. Yeah. Yeah, bro, you right. 80 years later. But we're finally moving into this map. Karaoke T side hold coming out first.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
With the 2-brow still on board, that's really going to slow any sort of wall plays down. But, I mean, they don't have anything to actually deny wall shock-wise. Like, the K2 trick would be great for, you know, if you really need it. But with the wall setup here, the only thing you can maybe K2 is just this outer wall. Not really a good waste, like, use of resources. And especially because once they push this doorway, holding this wall doesn't really become a necessity. They push that doorway, you know, you still have maybe this angle to chow it, but they take the wall indoor, you lose this angle. So, no point, because you can still get backshot from that window. Yeah, you're going to be taking backshot from the window.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Look at her, we see a massive spawn in from these attackers. The defense still setting up some footholds trying to cover up a wall for that walk-in. Looks pretty decent. Looking here, the attack, obviously they're going to be making that first play, trying to come through the armor side. Because you got to take armor to take this map, you know, for where they're positioned. The only way to push Sky is you got to start to push on the opposite side of the map. And, or with Panic, he's over here, is one of the only guys here. You know, really no full assistance on him. I guess Willie is close enough to respond. Toji's holding his, you know, far behind. But Panic will be the point of defense. He will be the point of contention. They gotta clear him out to get anywhere. Obsession already come up those house stairs. Buddy is just up him. He's got some room. And he finds that first pick onto Toj. Picks a second one onto Panic. Silk finding Willie. Boogie eating a lot of damage there. Finding Silk off a good pick though. Refrag for his team. But he's still down by a couple bodies. And Obsessive got that round started quick. We got A1 moving over here to the shield, trying to play it for his boys. But without kind of that one-way created by these zombies, this shield becomes a lot harder. Especially when you got Obsession, who's going to clear that shield out immediately, only taking minimal damage. And Vixma has got to push this. You're the Blitz. You got to be the first guy in. It looks like him and Boogie are going to be the ones getting into it. A1 drops that shield and comes back now to maybe try and find an angle onto that Blitz. Obsessive rolling up. He's got Roddy on those live cams, giving him his pings. Reppy's taken down by Boogie. Good pick for him. And Obsessive, oh my god, he has to stop and pull that. He does not have the HP to survive this. And he's in a bit of a precarious spot here. As Boogie can have a good long angle onto him, or A1, sorry. He can get a weird angle onto him. Same with Boogie. This attack has definitely slowed down quite a lot. Vixma now making the rotate up, making it fast. He's gotta go. A1 finds Roddy though. It's a great pick for himself. And with these footholds here and no HP to really push it, they're not in a great spot. They lost all momentum after that early pick. Coming up onto the shotgun player, trying to pin him in. Obsession will be able to walk up, but A1 is there with the shotgun as Boogie picks the blitz off. Let's rewatch that. That run up there by, oh man, the Ash player of Obsession. Picking that quick double kill, opening those kills up for his team. That momentum had to survive if they wanted something to play here. But they just did not maintain it. Round two, they have the blitz again. Let's see if they're going to keep that same momentum, that same speed, that same prowess that they had. Or not. Oh, Reppies is in. Oh yeah, it was Sarah's gone, Sarah. He was the new kid for this team. Yeah, he's the one who was dropped out. Not sure, like I said, the full details of the situation. I said he's the one who got pulled from the match. Friendly fire is now active. Don't shoot your team. Especially don't walk in front of Willie, who's just mag dumping. Is that Obsidian Desert Eagle? Alright, buddy, you don't gotta flex on us that hard. Look here at Silk. This man is already taken backstairs. Vixma's a little bit slow on the pushing behind him. They need to have someone on this blitz. You cannot have a blitz solo pushing like this. Roddy diving into that karaoke. They now have the full side control over here. Setting up those stingers now. Good defense pulling your back. But let's see what we got over here for this defense. A really good drum setup. They need a hard breacher here, and it looks like they will have it with Reppies. But so far, really not that bad. Let's look over here at Willie, who's playing in this dragon area. He can give himself a really, really nice one-way off that zombie. However, as soon as he loses that window like he's doing right now, it takes away, you know, all that angle that he has. All that power, all that prowess to pull is just gone. He now has to tuck himself behind this dragon and zombie and pray that he doesn't get, you know, flashed out and pushed. Because, yeah, they have help, but it's only Kaid. Moving over here, let's see what we got going on. We got a blitz. He's going to be trying to take this interaction. We're being sprayed through the wall by Roddy. Not able to find that kill point yet. That's enough to at least push them out of that split hole. And here comes that blitz now. So there's nothing scarier than a blitz coming at you in full speed. Willie, you know, lost that one Kiba barricade. Being double swung in now, we have A1 holding a long angle into that top dragon here. The Ash comes in for the swing. That is Vixma getting wild and aggressive on it, finding one pick, shooting the corpse just a little bit. And Willie was able to escape. It only cost his teammate his life. I mean, enough damage laid to kind of even out that live, like that exchange. If you play the game by HP, like some players do, which is how I see the game, I see it in HP statistics, not players alive, then it wasn't a bad trade-off. Roddy hitting himself a goo mine. And Obsessin has that control of Shrine now. They've got to make this push down here. Willie finding Silk, though, getting that blitz off the board really, really early. Roddy is able to pick up Panic, though, with 15 seconds left. There's still a lot of defenders left alive. Obsessin up there. Vixma taken down by Willie. Rappy's finding Taj, and Obsessin drop-shotting Willie with a pistol. Just kind of a style don't play. The hip fire kill, too. Buddy is just letting him have it. 7 days, picking up a round in that clutch time. The sixth man was vanquished. Father Time was beat. Down to the millisecond almost. That's what Brax is up to, see if he wants to get working with some of these Halo guys, and I'll jump with him later. But Chad, I think I'm going to be here for a little while, because both these teams now look fired up. Coming over to hold this armor side again, the armor office. Bringing pretty much the exact same defense that we just seen, because it is not a bad hold. This time, though, they have that Fenrir up, which should be really good for at least playing some more time and delaying a little bit. Last time, what killed them was just how fast 7 days managed to take that other side of the map and the rush through. However, they did buy enough time, though, that it came down to the final 15 seconds where plays had to be made. And we've seen like 4 or 5 players die in a matter of like 10 seconds.
I'm reloading.
Zombie setting up in a bit of a weird spot to watch that bottom black stairs, because I think he knows that they're going to push it. That's where they've been coming from. Panic down there as well. Window bang coming. They know he's there. They have to. Boogie eating some damage there really quick off the rip. They got live pings onto the Ash. Let's see. Willie taken down by Roddy. That's a nice first pick for himself. Playing these windows, getting a good elim off a guy, trying to play that vertical, and especially with it being Willie, he's one of the better players I've noticed on this team. Boogie's still standing out here chilling in that top mez. Roddy's still playing these windows. And where's that blitz? Already top black stairs. Doesn't have anybody playing his direct read on him. However, that doesn't really matter because, you know, he is the blitz. He's got some people near enough that he can at least keep himself alive and play it like that. Roddy, what was that grenade, my man? My brother, man, what was that grenade? Losing that top dragon already. Vixmo swings in, takes Boogie down. And then here we see the Ash trying to get aggressive. The blitz actually being the one to pull a drone is a wild thought to me. Being, you know, one of the primary aggressors, man, you just gotta be full sprint. And Reppy's launching these bees into sight. It looks like they're getting ready for the site execute here. As Silk makes his way up through drum. He's not even concerned about that Fender of mine. Now, Obsession will use his drones to try and relocate Panic. Panic is sprinting out. AOE, or A1 finds Vixma though. Vixma is trying to swing off of that push out. Good plays by A1 to keep his teammate up and get a pick out of it. Still gonna be smoking those head holes. Not a bad idea. And then sprinting in. I mean, this shield is what matters here. Roddy just letting that LMG sing. They gotta be ready to maybe clear these head holes out. And here they come, the play on their own, or playing the head holes against them. Obsessive eating a little bit of damage there. We got Seal coming in. Roddy finding A1. Just eats a little bit of damage though. Roddy picks up another kill, up to a triple on the round. And Silk will try to close it out with that blitz. Gets counter melee though. One of the worst features in the game if you ask anybody who plays shields. Obsessive will pick that last kill up for his team. Ask anybody that plays this game. If you've seen that shield hit him. I mean, the shield swear undecked him. But it didn't matter. Because he meleeed even after he was hit and it still gave priority. Melee priority is the worst thing in the game. It should just go to whoever swings it first. That's my 2 cents on the feature because it seems almost more like a bug than a feature.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
Thanks to the loyalty of y'all who stayed throughout that brief hour-long intermission. The worst part is, I didn't even abuse that intermission. Because I was like, the game can come back any minute. I thought it was just a pause, you know, or a rehost used. You know, something like, hey, we got a sub who's going to be on in 20 minutes. Can you give us 5? You know, we're going to, you know, take a bathroom break. So I've been sitting here trying not to eat or drink anything, you know. I mean, I'm thirsty, man. I didn't get a drink. So I was like, yeah, we're going to be back in a minute.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go.
The karaoke geisha hold with the office extension. Looks like Panic is going to be the boy to play that one in. Man, I mean, I love seeing Elysian kind of play that kind of offensive roam. Because with him being able to set up his own mines, it stops just so much of this play. You know, when you got to push Elysian out and you're hitting all of his mines, he's gaining active intel on you, slowing you down and maybe even laying some damage. Boogie playing below as Obsession lets that DMR sing into Geisha. Seems like we may have a Geisha push coming. With the wall coming open now, Reppy's dropping back after opening it though to try and hold this split cutoff, which is not a bad idea. They're going to push Panic straight through it. Drones all over him, pings all around him. Bro has got to do something. The Blitz should have honestly pushed off of that though. See the Blitz not move off of that lion scan? Kinda hurts me. Vixma rocking the buck DMR. You don't see the cameras very often. Assassin eats a lot of damage there from the Valkyrie, who's downstairs on the bathroom run. Runs straight into Silk. Silk eats a C4. Taken down though with a great hit coming from Boogie. Boogie's gonna find another one onto Vixma there. Taking him down. One last guy down here. That is Obsession. And we're not gonna see a wallbang come, but man, that would have been awesome if we did. Goes for the swing here. Finds Rep. He's up to a triple kill, man. If we see Boogie walk out of here with an ace, I'm gonna be so happy and so mad at the same time. Obsession will take Panic down though, picking one up for his team. They know that the Valkyrie's still down there. They still have the live pings on them. But look at that flicky aim that you only see on PC. You see console kids attempting this, but nothing with the actual accuracy and like the prowess that these PC guys can finesse out of these keyboards. Roddy taken down by Tochi. That gets rid of Boogie's ace. And here we have Obsessin playing in a reception. Has got to do something. And is Bro just buying time? Is he just saving his KD? What is going on? It's typical to see the defense set up in long angles and hold. Look at Obsessin just saying screw Diffuser. He's right upstairs. He's going for kills. Getting ready. Looks like he's going to maybe swing this guy top shrine. However, there is a shield there. And Willie will one-tap Obsessin, taking him down. Giving another round to AOE. Let's pull up the leaderboards here. Because, you know, we got to keep those live plays going.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
2 feet up and running.
All right.
Reloading.
Yeah, don't call it a comeback. Let's keep this game rolling. I know what you guys see in that bottom corner of that screen there, and I gotta say, I like it.
10 seconds
Hopefully
to go.
Toji's able to pull something out of here, playing with that Caviera.
5 seconds remaining.
Typically, Cav is not very highly picked or liked within the competitive
Attackers are
community,
moving out to locate a bomb and defuse
because
it.
he's just not overly useful. However, the way that they've been kind of setting that Blitz in by himself, like, sure, they've got a shallow roam coming up behind him, but typically he is still alone. Ooh, but if you look at your Obsession's point of view, they know right where the Cav was at. He has Cav as the only person he can track. If he's able to pick him, he's doing exactly what his operator's meant for. However, if they don't pick this Cav, this could spell disaster for this team. The opposite side defense, we already got Roddy taking control. Cav coming up. Oh my god, if they don't have live pings, they see the mute, and we see Blitz actually take off after the Cav. Mute taken down by Roddy with a great pick there. Here comes the Blitz, chasing to where the Cav was at. They don't have anything set up to take him though. Obsessin will find Boogie with a good pick. And where's Cav going? She's just gonna chill in delivery. She's got the shotgun out. Goes to hang up the phone, and here comes Reppies to slam him down. Panic now on these house stairs. You can know Reppy heard that phone call, right? I mean, at least we're gonna hope so. And here comes the swing from Ella. Actually finds that pick on the Reppies, which is a great one. Then proceeds to magged up the body. Things are absolutely heating up between these two teams. Willie just whiffing the shots on a Roddy. Went for the one tap and just did not find it. The Blitz moving up through terrace now. We got Roddy, you know, he knows that Willie's behind.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
But Willie's able to find Vixma with a good slam from him. 3v2, the Death Mark coming from Obsessin. He wants to find the Ella. And he's going to have these grenades going up to try and cover his walk-up. Panic finding Seal. That is the Blitz off the table. This Blitz has not been very useful for this attack. I mean, like, not useful at all for it. They haven't been playing aggressive with it. They've been playing way too passive for it to be a Blitz. They're treating him almost like you should treat a Monty or not even a Blackbeard. A Blackbeard needs to be more aggressive. Obsessin, though, gets that target onto the Warden and taking. Roddy finds that kill in a panic. Great calms coming from 7 Days as they absolutely, definitely made that call out. Obsessin will be taken down by Willie. It's a 1v2 scenario for him. He's got to hit this clutch up to win it.
Attackers
However, Roddy making the smarter play of, hey, diffuser's out here. Let me just go pick it up. Let me go diffuse. He's going to diffuse on this hard wall.
15
And
seconds
with
to
the
go.
diffuser planting, they have the live pings. It is down, 15 seconds left. Roddy gets it, misses a couple shots, or Willie gets a couple shots on Roddy, whiffs him just a touch though, and Roddy gets the better swing, taking him down with a heady. Shots through the wall are what really gave the Warden away there. I think that is twice that round. We've seen a little bit of a whiff from that SMG-12. Not a lot, just a little. But hey man, the SMG-12 has a lot of recoil. Everybody whiffs with it, alright? I don't want to hear nothing.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
They just ticked the main roster off. Good effing luck.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Sending the welcome mat.
Throwing an F knot.
Alright. Let's see now. Another kitchen downstairs hold.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Using shield.
Good solid push coming in already. Looks like it's gonna be a hard office side take. Luckily, Panic is over there, and bro has some, some hopefully good cap can stuff to defend himself. However, it is a softball, so if you're thinking what I'm thinking, I got this imagination that we're about to hear her yet. As I was saying, we're about to hear a Ram Joan coming through. Ram will find that pick. However, Reppy's he's taken down by Vixma. Bro, he was already dead. Why do you keep shooting, Vic?
Attackers bomb diffuser
Still
has been
rushing through now. Just eats one of the Capcan traps. Again, I'm not in very much agreements with the blitz play. It has not been very useful. And they lose their ram on top of it. So the whole point of like trying to take this verticality is suddenly gone. Roddy eats a ton of damage from this Frost here. She gets one flash on her. He hits her down, takes her down, boogie off the map. And who is that left upstairs? That's just Mr. Willie. However, we have Toji coming up with that LMG to spray. That LMG against a blitz is kind of strong because the amount of bullets you can just dump at them,
Dreadmine active.
it sucks to play. Blitz is sitting there making the, hey guys, there's a Fenrir on me. What should I do here? But he doesn't care. He makes himself down the stairs, finds a pick. AOE will get the re onto him though. And, that's a good play, by the blitz. Throwing his own body to take a kill. Trying to even up man count. Toji having to drop down quick. AOE now going to go over and hold these black stairs.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
They got Obsessive now breaking the cameras out, going for some live pings. And Roddy. Wow. That's exactly what Vixma was looking for. Find some feet. Hopefully he's able to redeem himself just a little bit and pick this kill onto Toji. Yeah, that TK has to hurt. AoE still holding these black stairs. He's holding them tight with a shotgun. This could be Roddy losing his life here, and he will, but Obsession is there to pick him up, and Roddy's actually able to be revived.
Attackers
Toji's very, very concerned about the guy coming up to him, and that is Vixma slammed down with 15 seconds left. They've got to get this diffuser. Panic finding Obsession with one of those traps, and with such little time, and these Maestros still on board. Roddy has got to start hitting this plant, and he will. But just not enough time. With a 3-3 split on Skyscraper, can't really ask for nothing better. I think what really screwed them was those Capcan traps upstairs. None of them were looking for them, and it just hurt. What are my Halo guys doing without me over there, huh?
to locate and defuse bombs.
Just had to crack the back there, guys. Sorry about that little bit of quietness. Well, we got the office hold coming from 7 days as they set up the T-Geisha. And if we look over here, we got Willie already playing that blitz for AOE. I've never seen a blitz actually run with a pistol out, though. Because if I remember, he still has that little bit of a speed buff with his shield. No entrance yet to be made. We got Boogie trying to blow open this shrine window. If you look how well these attackers are positioning, looks like they're setting up a good collapse. Panic coming up through restaurant. He could try and take these brown stairs. Honestly, if he runs these restaurant stairs or brown stairs, whatever you want to call them, it puts him in a great position to hold all this map control. Instead, now we see him rotating over to take himself up the black stairs. Warden now being targeted by Deimos. We might see a good 1v1 here, chat, as he pulls the shotgun. He wants to fight him.
Breaching sequence activated. Clears the limestone spring.
He's saying, please swing me, bro. Show me what you got. The attackers, I mean, they have some map control. They have the whole downstairs, but they haven't even started taking office side over yet. And the blitz to still be outside the building with over a minute elapsed really impacts this team. This is going to come down to very, very clutch, quick moments. I'm really sorry if I missed a lot of calls, but we do have Vixma slamming Panic down. That DMR just ringing out. That's one thing I'm not used to, is the amount of DMRs that you're going to see in the like PC community. There are so many like dedicated DMR players. Koji is able to find that res on a Panic because, you know, Vixma's not watching that. He should have been watching for his down. Obsession still holding these restaurant stairs. Has one of them right down at the bottom. Panic hoping to maybe see an aggressive swing from this Warden. I just don't see it coming. Walk up coming and Obsessive finding that kill. Willie eating a lot of damage there. Silk finding Boogie. We got A1 rocking into Geisha with the Blitz. Blitz finding a nice headshot. Roddy finding Toji though. Here comes Reppies up to slam Willie down. Reppies gets slammed down by A1. Now we're in a 3v1 for A1 here. Dude has got to hit a 4K just to clutch this round up. With 12 seconds left, make it a 5K. Tech pause for the FPS bug according to Panic. And A1 gonna go for the quarter plant. And he's slammed down by Seal. And that's the timer stop. I mean, 7 days definitely looks like they're having their moments to shine right there. Not really winning quite as many of the gunfights as they were that first map, but still overall looking really, really solid. Especially Obsessin and Roddy, who are just, you know, picking up a lot of that slack that, you know, I don't want to say Vixma's leaving slack. He's 2-7 right now, though. So those two absolutely just out frying for them. Reppy, Silk doing their jobs. You know, Vixma, even at like 2-7, he is still getting, he has 3 assists. He's laying damage out. He's doing his job. He's taking space on the map. And now that he's, you know, defending, a lot of his holds are just pretty decent, you know, the way he's positioning himself. Never count out the guy who's 2-7. AOE used their timeout for some reason, even though it was a tech pause. I don't quite understand why they used that timeout there. The timer was stopped, but sure. You do you. Guys, whoever's in my chat, did Resident Evil 9 really just get revealed? Someone please answer. Because, I mean, a new Resident Evil game sounds pretty freaking good. I mean, he's back in lobby. I don't know why we're still just waiting here for the pause. AOE now says they are ready. I guess 7 days are the ones that we're waiting on to ready back up. And they're back in as well.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Alright, this time we're going to see the Office Arbor side defense. With the primary aggressive style hold of opening up feet holes and letting them sit. Hopefully we see a nice extension over. But we got a Clash trying to hide a corner here. Which isn't a bad play. You hide the Clash in a corner. You don't want to let them know that you have that.
10 seconds
I mean, it's not a very
remaining.
well
Attackers
hidden
have located
corner,
the bomb.
but it's still a corner nonetheless.
5 seconds left.
And I mean, a Clash just causes so much havoc, especially if she's gonna be playing around this like bottom dragon, maybe VIP entrance area. Yeah, she's going to be an absolute game changer, I think. That is unless she gets like first pick out of nowhere. That could seriously happen. And over here we got Obsession still set up in T room, and yeah. He's going to be kind of that off player. Playing top shrine. He's got Vixma playing his bottom dragon. Or at least he was. But no one on this attacker side is dumb enough to kind of peek that those footholds. The head hole's being opened here over in the Geisha side. Throwing Willie for a little bit of a loop. He's looking for someone. He's definitely thinking there has to be someone off site. He's playing the blitz. He can face check him. So he's you know, rushing for that. Boogie down in kitchen on his drone. Look at the mechanic. Trying to make some holes here. He wants to try and make a play for this top shrine. That gains them a lot of control, but they need Willie to move up. Yeah, this is another time I'm saying it. We've got blitzes on the map, but they're just way too passive. The Clash being the one to aggress out this terrace right now. If he loses his back on this split door, he can now no longer try and make this hold outside. Him and Roddy have got to work together to clear this blitz out and to keep their backs clear. Seal does get slammed down by Toj. And Vixma, for some reason, keeps going outside. Man, you cannot pin yourself out there. They have a blitz up on you in Shrine. Yeah, they're moved up a little bit too far. The Shrine push coming. We got a 4-man stack up. Wall being opened up. Boogie eating a lot of damage down here in reception. Against, I believe that is Roddy, or not Roddy, sorry, Reppy's chilling on the house stairs. And Vixma doesn't have a walkable rotate, so he can't get through to really hurt that blitz. They do have that little full hole wall open, which gives them even more room to shoot. The B's coming in. They want to definitely try and clear Reppy's out of his hiding hole here. And they will try to, but Boogie gets taken down in the process. Obsession slams down Toj. Reppy's running for his life from this blitz. He's begging him to push him. We see Panic getting taken down. Shotgun coming out. However, the walls takes him. That is A1 playing that wall. Kind of a smart idea to play that head hole on the wall. I don't know what Willie's doing, keeping the shield on his back, though. And here comes A1, trying to get in behind. He's slammed out by Roddy.
15 seconds.
And it's now just a blitz in a 1v1 situation. Hits a couple rounds into Obsession, and we might see a Flash pick a kill here. But now Obsession will take a little swing out and tip a headshot. Chat, I think this is officially longer than some of the BO5s I've done. You know, we're 3 hours into this. God. I just took ibuprofen, but it hasn't kicked in yet.
Attackers
I
need
need
to
a
locate
water.
and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Chat, someone airdrop me a water. Looking in here, we're gonna see a T-Bird being played by Seal. A T-Bird shotgun, nonetheless. Which, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like T-Bird very much. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love her new rework with that heal over time thing. And actually makes her useful, but not as useless as she was, if you know what I mean. Like, I prefer her sometimes over a dog because you have to be alive to keep the stims going. Which is a great thing. You can get a lot of stims out of them, you know, just as long as you stay the time around them long enough and they don't break. However, her weapon loadout kit really isn't the greatest.
Attackers must locate.
I mean, don't get me wrong, this shotgun she has isn't bad. For having that little,
Healing station placed.
oh, what SMG is that? That's the, Hibana's SMG. It's not horrible either. And her AR isn't bad, but none of those weapons really match the playstyle that you should be playing with her. Because with her, you either want to be A, the most aggressive mofo on the planet, where you're seeing hard fights that you shouldn't survive, that's why you have your ability to heal yourself, or B, you need to be, you know, bunkering yourself in sight and being ready to be swung, and the weapons don't have the rate of fire or TTK for either of those situations to work out. If you give her an MP5, though, she becomes, in my opinion, one of the most broken operators that you can play. But that also just pretty much eliminates the need for a dog.
Activating drone.
And if you look, Silk's actually going to be trying to play underneath with that shotgun in hand. Obsessin going for not a spawn peek per se, but the outdoor peek. A1 already coming up through Shrine, though. It looks like they're going to be trying to clear these guys out here. I mean, they have to do something. They cannot let them keep control of this upstairs. And the way it's looking right now, between Vixma, Roddy, and Obsessin, and Reppies is even up here now, too. It's going to be a hard push coming through. Shield going over now to try and cover that single hole in the geisha wall. Vixma has his shotgun at the ready, or no, SMG at the ready, sorry. Trying to cover that walk-in. Roddy finding Toja. Has another one walking up on him. AOE will, or A1 will find that pick though. Will he take it down from below? Obsessin actually getting that finish though onto him. Vixma left at 1 HP. Boogie drops down, takes that kill. Boogie now the one getting aggressive downstairs. A1 dives into Geisha. We got Panic playing up in this makeup room. They now have the verticality over sight that they were looking for. However, Reppies is still up here. Lays a lot of damage onto Panic. But runs himself straight into one, pulls a pistol kill, takes him down, pulls 2 kills with that pistol. Obsessin will close out that round. What a great play there from Reppies. Check this out. Did it? I didn't clip it. It didn't clip. Chat, it didn't clip. Chat, it didn't clip. I hit the buttons. Why didn't it clip? Come on. Seriously? It didn't clip. That hurts me. What's up, Fundy? How you doing, my man? I see you over there in chat. Match point now for 7 days.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
If someone could airdrop me some, like, Tylenol and some water, I would literally send you $1 million. I want that. I would just be your friend. I don't know. Maybe send you like a get well soon card when you get the flu or something. My God. The worst part is I can't even like, you know, I live in an area where I can't pull a phone out and go, oh, I want to send me a Gatorade from my gas station. Like, I can't DoorDash. That doesn't exist here.
5 seconds left.
We're a small town in the middle of PFE, dude. There is no such thing as a DoorDash. It's call up your local crackhead and tell them you'll give them $20 if you does it, and they usually will. Vixma looks like he's going to be kind of the aggressive one down here in the bottom of house. Trying to go for some weird peaks. They're going to be holding this house side not pretty heavy, but pretty well. Roddy down here, bottom lobby. And if you look, you're going to hear that ace opening up that wall again. Or no, never mind, it's not the ace. Who was that? Oh. But Toja getting aggressive, rushing through. I mean, just absolutely face checking the world with that blitz. The way he's meant to be played. I got a feeling we're about to see a rush up the red stairs. Or not red stairs, black stairs. God, I can't even comm correctly. Am I stupid? Bit of time already wasted here. As Toji's contemplating, it looks like a black stairs push. And here he comes. He has shield, Silk right there covering him though. Trying to rush up against the smoke is not a great plan. Looking though, we have Willie trying to come in at the top black stair door. Punches it once. He knows there's someone, you know, two people ready to swing him. And Vixma pulls the shotgun and just lays it down. The flashbang comes in, and here he goes, laying one round of buckshot right to his chest. The smoke coming out, not doing nothing. Koji takes these top rush downstairs with a lot of damage. A1 eats a lot of damage on this Geisha Repel. Panic trying to just get one down, but Boogie's taken down by Obsessin, giving first pick one of these defenders. Toji is taken down by Roddy. And then Reppies gets one, Silk gets one, Reppies finds another. Flawless defense. Good game. Moving into map 3. Chat, if your original predictions were a 2-0 for 7 days, you would theoretically be correct. However, there was a forfeit map, so AOE did get the first map. But depending how you want to look at it, to me, that's a great one by 7 days to keep that up. Hang that scoreboard up in there for them. Let's come on, get it into map 3 quick, because, you know, we don't got all night.
Yeah.
I should have taken a picture of the screenshot, but someone go pull it from chat for me. Oh, another AOE guy leaving? Are we done or something? Are they deciding that, hey, we are just gonna forfeit this last map because you guys deserve it, or what's going on? Are we maybe seeing subs out for AOE? I don't know what's going on. Oh, we're restarting lobby. Alright, chat. So last map will be Consulate. So it's bad enough I've got a headache, but I gotta cast Consulate after midnight. So I'm gonna take a brief pause here, let you guys have some time. I'll be right back. Pull up the map and so you can watch them. Alright, chat, we're gonna run a minute of ads here real quick. Just while we, you know, wait on the players to reconnect in. And never mind, it's not letting me run ads. Oh, there it is. Yeah, while we wait on people to reconnect, Wait on the lobby to restart. I'll run them. Come on, there we go. All right, chat, we're back. We're just chilling, waiting for him to set the lobby up right. It's supposed to be consulate. For some reason, they're on, you know, the wrong map. It looks like 7 days. We'll take the defense for it. All right, to be fair, I don't want that guy with 7 days. Should have had the game already. Yeah, the map 1 forfeit kind of sucked. It was a 7-2 blowout map, so. But now we're rocking into map 3 just because we can. Excuse me, all in line here. You know, final one to see which team will make it to grand finals for the $300 prize pot at the end. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, so they say. I hope both teams, you know, play their hearts out because this should be solid. What's up, Faz? You're fast. How you doing? I'm just here, just vibing. F these kids, bro. Fast. The time torch is real, bro. I wish you knew, like, how bad it was. We're going into console. Let's get a good overlay of this map. Alright, welcome back to the ban phase. 7 days. Again, the Blackbeard has not been allowed all night. If you give me 2 seconds while AOE does their ban, I'm going to pull up how frequently this dude has been banned the whole time. They took the roster off. Should have been 2-0. Dude, I agree. I hate to be that guy. They claim stream sniping. Bro is just good. Okay, it's cursed. I kind of figured that as soon as you start talking about main roster. The Deimos ban, definitely a target ban onto Obsessin because that man has been just wiping the floor with them. But as I was saying, it should have been 2-0. It was a 7-2 blowout, I think. Map 1 was just an insane, just insane push through. It was a good series so far. Dude, the teams have been good. 7 days has been just very dominant in playing it. I'm not glazing, I'm not sucking them off here. They've just had a lot of the upper hand or came back in the clutch scenarios. The Mira Goyo ban's pretty good. I get the Goyo ban right now, but at the same time, you don't want to ban him if you're defending. You need him. Let me check the stats though on Wikipedia. I think Blackbeard is honestly the most banned operator in the game right now. So according to Wikipedia, let's see. Blackbeard has the highest ban percentage for an attacker, being banned 49 times. Looking down, Mira is the other highest banned operator, being banned a total of 42 times. For some reason though, Maverick is actually in the top, he's in the top 3 for attacker bans. Is Maverick just that good? I don't know. Maybe, it must be a PC thing. Because I'm not used to seeing good Maverick players. The console kids don't know how to use the brain capacity, usually, to have good Mavericks on their team. The skill gap is very different, to the point where a Maverick is kind of a useless pick for an attacking team, unless you have a specialty case scenario to use it. However, if you watch Pro League, then you understand what I'm talking about here, where Maverick gets used all the time. So, I don't know, not bad bans. Curse should have won the game. You guys did. Like, I don't know why it came down to that. Yeah, the caster has no delay. I mean, was the player obviously stream sniping? I don't know. Was he just coming after rounds to talk trash? Like, what was going on? All that might have to come down to the caster, baby. You gotta make sure your delay's working. If it's not working, just don't take the game. Like, that's all I can say. The vertical hold coming over top of this basement is actually kind of wild. I really enjoy seeing a castle be used like this because he's, typically not pulled upstairs. They always, bunker basements. You don't see upstairs holds. Seeing Silk as well coming up to assist them with Roddy playing close with that shoddy on yellow stairs. I think we're looking good here. Unless Obsessing gets overly aggressive, he's gonna lose his head to that DMR. So, as long as he keeps playing smart, this upstairs hold will hold forever. Sure, let him have a castle barricade or 2 here and there. That doesn't matter. Because, I mean, look at it. They really have no way to push this. Willie is coming through basement, though, and he's coming through quick. We got Panic with him. If Willie is able to take this spiral without contestation, it could work. As we see a full team push through basement now. Toji is the only one upstairs. I think he might be trying just to keep the phantom pressure up. With aggression coming down that long hall. Boogie coming up the service stairs now to hold that return for his team. He has to hold this because if you can come off that flank and take them, like you can take that whole team from behind from there. So Boogie's setting up in a very, very good spot. Toji now coming up to assist them. And you know, it's a good basement push so far. Reppy's eating a ton of damage, laying only one slug out. Not enough to really make up for that swing. C4 ripped it in hand. He's just waiting, praying they push up on him. Smoke grenade coming. I mean, we're gonna probably hear that C4 rip off that smoke. Go to Rippy's POV. Yep, C4 out. Does find one with it though. Excellent display of events for himself. Roddy eating a little bit of damage down that long haul. Here comes the bucket. It will be a trade out of lives. Roddy for Willie. A good trade if I do say so myself. And Reppy's got 2 on his door. With 1 HP left, man, he's got to hope that he takes, like, Toji takes a bad swing. And he swings out. A1 finds that pick. Vixma gets shot as he's rotating. And Silk finds Toji. Obsession finds a double kill from above. And that gives that round over to the defenders. For round 1, that was quite an interesting hold, and it was all paying off. Now, stream elements. Now you decide to start running my ads. Thanks. Yeah, guys, make sure you order through Rogue Energy using my code. You get 10% off. Pretty cool. Or download Matchmasters. It's a free mobile game. Use my link. I make $1 off it. Pretty cool. Quite enjoy it. I'll be doing a sponsor stream with them probably tomorrow.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
Yeah, I don't want to say for sure, but probably tomorrow. Tomorrow is probably the best bet. Back into the game. Let's see what we got. The upstairs hole coming. And the yellow shotgun hole is a bit odd. Definitely not used to it.
Fortified the wall! Loading new magazine!
Hey, Goalie, I need you to maybe work on something. Because, did you make the original Genesis logo for Try? If you did, they want to keep using that logo, but they want to take the KO initials off of it. If you're cool with doing that. If not, I will work on redesigning them a new logo.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
But Try's been wondering about that in my DMs a little bit. I know you're still here because you love me. I'm the best. Your words, not mine. By the way. Alright, Silk with a pretty nasty setup here in this break room. With a foothole and everything. And smart idea to reinforce that hatch, because if you don't, they're going to try pushing up it. I'm honestly surprised that we didn't see, like, Toji pull his little shotgun on it. The push through coming from this below office. Buck playing down below. Oh, again, I'm surprised he didn't open it on him. Maybe that's why they took the time to reinforce that there. Roddy holding his stairway up. And those buck holes actually being used against them from Silk as Reppies is taken down though by Panic. These corridors losing one. However, the refrag coming from Silk as Panic is dropped down. Silk manages to actually escape it. I mean, great play by the Azamis to set those up to keep his boy alive too and cut off lines of sight. Silk hit the default reinforcement that was never covered up. Oh wow, yeah, I can do that. What do you mean by oh wow? Is that like an oh wow of... Well, oh wow, they want that done or what? I mean, I could, you know, you like the KO logos. I mean, KO is kind of, you know, dead under Wild Boys now, so figured remove them off there. I can DM it to you, goals. I'm the best. Actually, no, I'm the best, girl. Don't give me that. I am the best, and you know it. You know, we got Boogie taken through copy room. Willie staying in these top yellow. But who is that on him already? I believe that is a... Oh, no, that's not Obsessing. Is that? That was Vixma? Vixma's gonna be the one holding these top yellow stairs. He's got 2 of them pushing up on him. Hopefully he knows, like, to make that call. C4 out, rips and doesn't find one with it. Now the double swing can hit it without a lot of fear. Willie finding Vixma though with a good pickup. Silk now trying to hold this angle down. And they're about to push through pretty aggressively. Roddy taken down. Silk finding that kill on the Toge. A1 finds a kill, and then Willie will finish up the round for his team. Kind of evenly split. Surprised they won it. It's been so long. Well, they did disband for a little while, and then Tri brought them back. Here's the one that they are currently using. Save it. DMs.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
I didn't even know they were still using the logo, though. I could have done this months ago. Yeah. To be fair, they've been disbanded since, months ago, so... They came under 00 for like 2 weeks, then they disbanded the team because he couldn't get players or something, and now they're trying to bring the team back a little bit with like a cooperation with Insom. So it's a mix of like those guys all hanging out, I think. Trying to bring Genesis back. Dude, I love my Insom and my Genesis guys. All good people. Also, yeah, check your DMs. I just sent the Genesis logo over.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that Genesis logo is fire. I don't know who designed it.
Objective is to defuse a bomb.
I don't even know what those creatures are supposed to be, but the logo's fire. Look at this. We got an upstairs defense coming yet again. Let's see. They don't have an off-site presence. They're gonna have Silk playing again with that coffee room. I mean, maybe it's gonna pay off this time for him. As he gets really aggressive, goes for a swing, finds a 1 on a little bit of, I guess, a counter spawn peek.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Yeah, they literally did just come back, Leah. Like, legitimately, I think 5 days ago, 6 days ago, he DMs me and says, hey, I'm bringing the team back. Silk already given up some of that control. Sees the buck. Ooh, just whiffs each other. Or, I guess he didn't pull his trigger. But just kind of whiffed him a little bit. Because they weren't paying attention. And what do we see down here? Is that a wild obsession just sneaking through Con? Is he about to come up on a major flank? Up through the back stairway? Is he about to do what I have been saying he's doing? I mean, that's what it looks like. He's not really going to find anybody, though. As Willie's over at Expo. We got Panic dropping top yellow.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Reppies is the man, though. He is close bathroom with that slug shotty in hand. And swung down, swung into. Reppies is dropped. Silk is down to 1 HP. He's got to survive Obsession. We'll find Willie finally. Vixma taken down by Panic. Panic with the absolute entry frag. Silk getting the re onto him, though. With 1 HP left. And we look down, Boogie's still outside. Taj is actually up in spiral stairs, trying to take some ground here. Someone has a wood barricade in front of him. This attack is looking a little bit more on the rough side. Roddy was just watching right where Taj peeked from, but did not see him. Boogie now sneaking up the service stairs. If you look, you see Silk is laying here with a tight little pixel peek onto those top spirals. And here comes Obsessin. Again, he's bomb spiral. Here's the drop, finds the gridlock, and Silk will pick up Boogie. Creatures are in my logo program. I just put this together. I mean, what kind of creatures are they, though? That's what I'm wondering. What kind of creatures? They look like a weird version of... oh, what's the Pokemon called? Remember. It's not really Pokemon. It's like Ben 10 kind of creatures. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know exactly. There we go. Send it over to Try.
Bomb located by
Alright.
attackers.
Basement downstairs, defense coming. Looks like we're gonna see an extension coming up. We'll see. Let me rip the roof off this building. Only one man down here to do the setup. That's Mr. Kaid, played by Reppies. A lot of head holes and utility gonna be used to hold up above. This is how they held it that early round in, that first round. And that is where it absolutely matters.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Oh, okay, that one's without background.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving
Thanks,
to
Ghouls.
defuse a bomb.
Love ya. Alright, good offsite hold, or, offsite hold. Obsessing, gonna be that guy holding lounge down. The absolute gunner that he's been, it's an alien deer, kind of, okay? For a gazelle? I don't know. As I was saying though, Obsessing being that absolute gunner he's been, gonna be going for this offsite hold. And Boogie already taken through Visa office, taking this early push through, Willie running with him. You're gonna have to see these guys get aggressive and aggressive fast if they want to take any chance at pulling through. Very Ben 10, yes. Quick rush coming. And what do we got over here? We got Toji playing as that class. A bit odd to see. Down in basement, Willie in A1 trying to take some ground control. I mean, ground control right now is where it matters. They gotta take to this basement because them pushing this upstairs will not work. Unless Panic manages to just whip some of the most crisp, clean, fast, beautiful headshots we've ever seen. There's way too many players stacked. Koji eats a little bit of damage there. It hits Reppies once with that DMR, hits him again, takes Reppies out, slims down the Kaid. That's that beautiful shotgun pull down. And Lazy smoked out to try and push out this long haul. Vixma goes for the swing though. Willie's is right there, beating the man. We have Roddy going to try and peek it onto that glass. Obsessive will take Panic down though. And if you look at this, he's coming for the rotate down spiral. There's no one holding his upstairs. Or no, he's not going to rotate spiral. He's going to try and hold the long angle. Finds that pick onto Toji. Still surviving. He still has this upstairs control now. He's coming on the flank. Seal just needs to stay alive and play his ground here. Finds a kill onto Willie though. Finds a pick onto Bogey. Almost finds the one onto A1. And it's now Obsessing in a A1 in a 1v1 situation. The Diffuser is coming down. Obsessing has got to pick this kill to keep his team in it. And Diffuser is planted. Standing up. And A1 will pull it. What I thought would be the turnaround there with that double kill quickly just gets nullified. I think whoever that was just got a little bit too aggressive. I believe it was Seal. Going for that, re-swing on such little ammo, such little HP. He should have maybe after that second kill walked back and baited the time just a little bit more.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
One more basement defense coming. We're going to see that same hold I'm betting coming out of Obsessing. They need to do something, though, to try and shut down that push. That basement bomb through push. Whether it's just more utility or, just something. And Vixma, he's got to pick a kill. He's 0-4. You guys are tied round count with rounds that have been coming down to the skin of the teeth for both teams. There's got to be more kills picked. I mean, the same can be said about Toji and Boogie. Being as low as they are on that kill board. Reppies, Roddy, a lot more kills need to go around. Yes, we're only doing it around 5, but that's 5 rounds of a potential kill that has just not been picked for anyone.
Attackers are heading.
Vixma looks like he's going to be aggressive up here with that DMR. I like to see him maybe try and hold his tellers because he needs something. They need that offsite presence some way, somehow. And if you look, you see that Monty now coming for the defense. C4 prep and set doesn't even find a kill with it though. And now he's ripping down all the wood barricades. However, Obsessing gets a good first pick there, getting rid of that Monty. And he looks like he's going to have Willie coming up on this swim kill. He's got a lot of attackers. I mean, he's got 3 or 4 drones coming at him at this point. He's slamming all that drone utility down immediately. And he's going to go play upstairs because you know what? Screw it. They want to try and take this lobby. They got to come through the hatch. After that little one-tap went, Willie's is now aware the hatch is open, and Obsessing's already rotated himself over to square, or spiral, not square, sorry. You gotta love the aggression that Obsession just decided to pull out there. Going for a swing onto Willie here. Panic now trying to take through. And I believe that is Silk over there. It's nice to see Obsession and Silk just trade their spots out a little bit. You know, put Obsession on that heavy roam. Silk finds Panic with a nice headshot. Doesn't even take a lick of damage himself. However, we got Willie coming in. He's in the teller's side. He really, really wants to find Obsession. Obsession is already in second floor bathrooms. He's just running around chilling. Boogie's coming upstairs now to try and clear. He's coming around through the spiral side, you know, meaning hallway now. And Obsession's just dipped. Buddy said, F you can have the map, and ran back down to basement. Giving up a lot of that map control. Silk still has the piano, you know, exhibit, exposure, whatever you want to call it. He just has that map control. And a C4 from his own team almost kills him. Willie finds Obsession there, giving his team a good pick. And that's a wall being hard breached open. Boogie trying for that long kitchen angle. And Willie's gonna have to make an insane push up here through this long hall. Reppies was taken down though. Like I said, the insane push has to come. Boogie finds Vixma. It's now down to Roddy and Silk. Roddy holding close with that shotgun though. Nice play from him. Pulls one on the Boogie. Swings, lays a bunch of damage onto A1. A1 actually team killed Willie there. A lot of team damage going around this game. With him being on 1 HP to throw this would be an insane throw. But honestly, still very much doable. 10 seconds left though. Going for that swing. Roddy just wants to get a little bit of aggressive and maybe bump that tat line just a little bit, and he will do it. They're just gonna bump the stats just a little bit. So the last defense of the half, we're going to see these guys going upstairs.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Setting the turret. You can worry less about grenades now. Deploying gamma.
Yeah. Last defense, it's going to be upstairs. We have yet to see a dive-through rush. And it looks like we won't be seeing it again. I was gonna say, I looked over, I seen the Ying, I got kind of excited. I seen the Blitz. The only thing I was waiting for was the Amaru pick. And we did not see it. If we could have seen a Amaru rush up, oh man, I would have been the happiest man ever.
Reload.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
I just want to use this brief little time at the start of this round where not much is going on to thank everybody who's come out to support the stream so far. 3.5 hours into it, and y'all have just been amazing. You know, I wouldn't be here without the community that's, you know, coming up around me. Wouldn't be here without, you know, some of the people who've got me this far. And look at that beautifully timed from Reppies as the ace charge hits and then just gets denied. Yeah, try and ace this wall open is probably the best play that you can make because it stops people like Seal from playing where he's at. Dude's got insane gun skill and he can just hold down that kind of like break room without issue. Looking at Panic though, he's trying to come through admin. He wants to take him. He wants Silk to try and line up this gunfight. He's even doing everything he can to make it an even one. Opening the wall. I'm back. Holy prayers. And here comes Panic up through copy room, standing right inside of that beeper. I mean, they gotta know he's there now, right? There's been enough beeper action. A1 also now coming through admin office. And Seal, just with the discipline of a lifetime, still chilling. Here comes the Blitz running up Spiral, and we got Willie taking up these yellows. Seal will be fried down by Panic, though, with a nice opening pick for his team. Getting rid of an insane fragger. iPing's coming here as Willie tries to move up on Reppies. Reppies loses the swing battle. I mean, he didn't even lay a bit of damage. I don't know what he was doing. He went for the swing like he could. Roddy will get Boogie as Boogie runs away. The default area plant coming up. Toji finding Obsessin. Panic finding Roddy. It's now Vixma on a 1v4. This plant will go down, and we're going to see a 3-3 split, I think, chat. I'm not going to count Vixma out because he does get his first kill there, but Willie is right there behind him. They hit the refrag. A 3-3 split. Keep streaming. I'm proud of you. I'm here, dude. I mean, I feel like I'm dying. My head's been pounding. My throat is dry. I haven't had a water. I've been needing one since map 1. But I haven't gotten a good, like, actual break that I knew it was gonna be like a 2-minute break. So I've been just here surviving it. And AOE looking like a whole different team this map. I mean, coming out just historically better than what they were the first ones. Finally getting that defense. Let's see what 7 Days managed to cook up. Yeah, they don't have that Deimos that I don't want to say Obsessin was abusing, but they don't have the Deimos that Obsessin absolutely needed for a couple of those rounds. And they also don't have the guns like power that they had earlier on. You know, Reppy's at 1 and 6. They got Vixma down at 1 and 6. Just not a great, you know, stat line for either of those players. They definitely have got to pick it up just a little bit. However, I'm looking over here at the AOE stat lines too. And we got Toji and Boogie. Both of these guys not picking up like they did those first couple rounds. Overall, it just seems like we had these guys kind of slow down as time went on, which is entirely understandable. You see it all the time. And it looks like AOE will be playing Willie the same way that 7 Days played Seal. Get him aggressive on that Wamai. Get him holding this admin side. Vixma playing as a knock here. I mean, he has to do something to maybe get a couple of picks here, but maybe putting him on like someone who's supposed to be a lurk entry might not be your best idea. At least the drones are, you know, being used to pull themselves in. You need someone bringing you water. Goliath, bring me water, please.
Claymore deployed.
I would pay you to bring me water. Seal destroying that shield would find almost a kill on a Boogie. If Boogie didn't react, I think that might have. Because he was playing kind of up onto where that shield was. Another one of Seal's drones coming in to admin office. Coming through. Honestly, I just put it right on top of Boogie again. However, they have that shield there, and now Boogie is paying attention. They gotta do something to clear him out. And that is now that second shield gone. And Seal trying to get really aggressive off of that shield being dismantled. Out of drones now, so he's nothing more than just a walking gun. And let me see, what's Roddy doing? He's just burning through. Vixma is sitting top spiral. I mean, they get a live ping. It's gonna be very good for them as Vixma picks up his second kill of the game. Almost the third as he takes on Boogie. Boogie eats a lot of damage. But Vixma is now down. Boogie finds Silk and he has Vixma laying there down, man. Great play from Boogie. A double pick coming. And we got Obsessin these top yellow stairs. Roddy trying to come through. These drones are still alive. You know, Boogie's still standing, so it's going to be hard for this push to happen, especially with only 30 seconds left. Reppy's still outside, not even in the building yet. Just now making entry. And Obsessin will be picked by Boogie. Reppy's finally tripping that fender in mind. I think A1 actually playing the smart delayed activation on it. Roddy is taken down though. Boogie up to a quad kill. Has got to slam Reppy's if he wants any chance to win this. 6 seconds left though. Everyone is down around him. And he does not have time to even go for diffuser because it is against the Echo. Giving Boogie that round. You live alone? No. My mom's here, but she like busted her knee up at work or something today. And I wouldn't ask her to bring me water upstairs. I would get up and walk downstairs if I wanted her to bring me a water. I don't need it that bad. You don't need water to survive. Now, if like I was severely dehydrated and laying here dying, yeah, I might message her. Since I'm just sitting here casting a game, nah, dude, I'd get up and walk away before I'd make my mother bring me water.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Looking down here, we got a deep, basement defense coming. No extension from the castle, which is kind of odd. Because if you remember back to that clubhouse game, you know, they copied the first couple of 7 days holds.
Gotta reload.
So, you know, surprised we don't see the castle extension, but at the same time, I want to see what they're cooking up.
Attackers' objective is to locate a
I want to see Boogie hopefully hitting a nice roam here. I like to see him stay off site just a little bit, you know? Because I think we already know Toji's going to. Look at that shotgun. I hope it comes into play here. Bulls, bring me water. Please. I'm severely hydrated always. Yeah, you might want to fix that. We getting those live pings, ripping the C4 below. My friend does hydration checks, but not enough. Dude, I used to like have a timer set up, like when I was streaming, that was literally called a hydration break, where I'd have to like make sure and remind myself to drink. Boogie finds Vixma with that C4 below. Vixma is just having a very, very bad game here. Reppy's gonna be getting swung on by that shotgun. That's one of their only hard breacher down. However, Roddy is able to pick a kill up onto Toji. Obsession has this top spiral. Has got to make some sort of play from it though. Just whiffs the rotate from, I believe that is Boogie. And we got Boogie running over now. Steel's being slammed down by Willie. Lays a lot of damage onto it, but not enough to make it matter. And here comes a lot of this verticality that we knew would be coming from Roddy. In a 2v4 situation, they absolutely have to make a lot of plays happen quick. That cuts, you know, their live count already under half. Their utility count, they're down some grenades, they're down some, you know, fun toys. They've got to do something. I used to do hydration breaks on my streams, and then it just turned into me sitting here drinking alcohol on the hydration breaks. Down here, bottom spiral stairs, we have Boogie just waiting. Bro is prepping the swing. You know, as soon as he hears a footstep, he's swinging it. Door's being ripped open, and still nobody really making that play. Obsessing gonna maybe try. He's got 30 seconds left and nothing to lose. Hopefully he knows that there is Boogie right down here at the bottom of the stairway. But here comes the swing, and Obsession was not ready for it. Gets him down. Goes for the knife. Boogie getting a little toxic. Flashbang coming in. Drops it right into the pocket of Willie. But Willie's able to stay up and lay some damage on Roddy. Goes for the re-swing. Willie picks it up, putting AOE up by 2. 7 days using that tactical timeout now. Their first one of the night. Hopefully using this to kind of recover that mental. Because, I mean, I know I would not be happy if I was on that team and you should already be done with the game and you're still going. We're back in. Willie is just on a stellar night at 11-4. You shot him down, you shot that team down. AOE starting to get dangerously close to punching that ticket to grand finals. Ever so slowly edging their way forward, up 5-3 against 7 days. You know, bringing out a pretty good defensive setup here too. I really like it.
10 seconds remaining.
I will always like a Tachanka in play. He does not get played nearly
5
enough.
seconds left before insertion.
And yeah, you gotta love him.
Attackers are moving to the bomb.
Wall reinforced. Deploying arc sensor. Swapping mag.
You see a pulse on the board played by Panic. Something you almost never see.
Setting a trend line. Heartbeat sensor activated. Trend line.
Screw with Boogie a little bit. Why is the size of this? As a husky fellow myself, I seen XXL and I said, man, I remember those days. Kinda miss them. I'm a very husky fella. I like my clothes super loose fitting. So. Willie coming for the aggressive swing, hitting Self in the back. I don't know what Self was really doing besides just sprinting into a wall. Roddy gets aggressive though, gets the re-swing onto Willie, picking one up, refragging for his team. If we look here, we see Obsession sneaking his way up these top yellow stairs. Reppy's getting aggressive, pushing himself through bathroom. And they're gonna be pushing straight into Toj. Through the stun and everything. Obsession has meeting control now. Toj back himself up into bathroom. Obsession has got to make this play forward if he wants any chance here. Vix eats a lot of damage, and this is the melee priority BS that I've been talking about. Roddy will get the refrag for his teammate. And they still have this guy upstairs they got to deal with. They still have Toji up here. Toji gonna make that rotate the yellow stairs. Obsession just kind of creeping around the map. I clutched with Pulse the other day. He's lovely. Golia, don't tell me you're good at this game, because you're gonna make me feel bad, because I'm not. Here comes the fire and the flames. Obsessing being slow, moving up. We'll take him down though. Toji out. Now A1, one of the last ones standing up in sight. I mean, we have Panic over here in Lounge, finds Roddy. Now Obsession has got to make a play out of nowhere in a 2v3 situation. It's a lot of damage. Goes for the drop shot. A1 is ready for it. We're in a match point for AOE. I mean, if I'm 7 days, I'm ticked and I'm getting ready to protest a lot of things. Because, I mean, they were up, like, they should be over now. I know they say, you know, forget about it, chalk map 1, it's whatever, move on, but, like, to 7-2 a team on their map pick, and then, you know, have to play the deciding map and that be, you know, what is your undoing, that'd be kind of salty. I mean, I'd be very salty.
As many bombs as they can.
All because, you know, the other casters don't have stream delay on. Like, I'd be very upset. 'Cause who's to say he wasn't just in chat talking? You know, who's to say that there was a stream snipe going on? This is why I believe teams should have to stream their games. That way you can hear the comments. It's very obvious to tell when someone's stream sniping. Because either A, they're gonna go quiet to type message to their team, or B, you're gonna hear them giving comms based off of the stream. I'm better than you would expect, trained by comp players, but my aim is very effective. I know how nervous I am. Oh, so you play with me, you would just be like quaking in your boots, because I'm just like the big sexy.
Up, flank.
7 days has got to pull something spectacular out for this last attack.
Drone active.
Yeah, something to keep their team in it. Because they have to punch this ticket, you know, to punch it, they have to go the whole way through OT. You know, Panic getting aggressive on that top reception now, that long desk.
Tread mine up. Magnet's ready.
But they're kind of playing these out a little bit slow. Slow their attacks down just a bit to try and play a little bit smarter. Willie eating some damage from Roddy. And here come the bees. Let's see. We got Willie gonna be the one playing this manager's office. Should not be going for any swings here. His manager's office is now being overran. They're taking up through. They got the admin side control. And these dudes are just pushing. They kind of got that go ahead. Obsessing, giving some good comms on those drones. You already know what's happening. And they lose that main shield. Wow. Yeah. You're saying Lamal too. Looking down here, we have Toji playing downstairs in V's office. No more C4 in hand either. And he's just gonna end up flashbanging Silk if Silk goes for a swing. I mean, great play, Vixma. Obsession taken down by Toji, though. That top fragger's now off the board for 7 days. I'm not saying chalked, but this thing might be a little bit chalked now. Still gotta have faith in these boys to maybe pull this thing out of here. But definitely sets them up in a bad position as Roddy's now taken down. Rappy stares right at a guy he's taken down. Now we're gonna have Silk in a 1v5 here. He's got a clutch to keep his team competitive, clutch to keep his team in it. Well, I don't know, chat. The amount of utility on the board is he runs straight into Willie. Or, sorry, not Willie. Straight into A1. Giving AOE the golden ticket into finals. To all my 7 days homies out there that are watching this, I'd be punching air right now. I definitely would not be happy. But, so is the game. You just had to win another, like, the next map. I mean, you know, they had Vixma come in, definitely not warm, and drop a 2 in 10. Not a game to be very happy about, but so is the game of Siege. I'm your Caster 4, and I'm signing off for the night. Later.